Hello everybody. My channel turned 4. Wow. It has been 4 years of posting the most garbage content on all of YouTube, and you know what? I am happy to do that. Now technically, my channel has existed longer than 4 years. But despite that fact, like the channel was officially made July 6th, 2020. So if you want to get really practical about my channel turning however old it may be, we worry about that in July. But for content's sake, now this is the one on videos. Yeah, if you go all the way down this massive list, which used to be like 400 videos longer, but a silly man named Tobias Jenkins resulted in the Great Purge. Right now we would have been at like 1,500 videos. He got 400 of them removed. And I'm not upset about that. He just didn't want videos with him around anymore, so that's why they're all gone. But anyway, Tobin, he was one of my favorites, I'll admit it. He made so many of the projects that I absolutely loved happen. Even though they're not on the channel anymore, thanks to him I had some of the best gaming experiences I've ever had. So first of all, big shout out to Mr. Tobias Jenkins. Second big shout outs I'm giving are to Aiden and Nolan. And you know what? Even Nick. Screw it. Nick gets a big shout out because Valheim was my favorite thing that I've done maybe ever on the channel up until more recently. But yeah, Valheim, that was such a crazy awesome experience. Now we have Owen's Funky Place. That and Sons of the Forest are my new favorites, but we'll get there in a while. First of all, just wow, it has been 4 years of posting content. This is my first video that I posted on the new channel. Now, I used to post videos from my phone way back in the day, but that doesn't really count. This is my first video. This is my epic description. And I'm talking about how this is mostly a repeat of already played games because I posted one from my phone. But this is my first video on computer. It probably runs like garbage, but you know what? To kick off this stream, we are going to be watching my first ever video on this channel. Why, you might ask? Because I feel like it. I want to see the evolution of I'm a Canary 2. Yes!
Okay.
Chicken jockey. Oh, I didn't mean to start it yet. But God, that voice. Dude, chicken jockey. Me and Nolan are going out to Aiden's country, and the 4 of us are going to go to the Minecraft movie this Sunday. Dude, it's going to be crazy. Anyway, but yeah, you can tell based on the thumbnails that we got today, like The Grave of John Proctor, Hearts of Iron. That's Roblox, by the way. This guy's contact information for Terraria. This is The Sims for Terraria. In some guy's basement I made in Lock People in Communist Propaganda. Umibozu. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Isaac. That's just outside of where I work, dude. You can tell the quality's gone up and up. I have more videos for this series. I just kind of forgot to upload them, but whatever. Anyway. We're not worried about that right now. We are worried about watching this. So, first things first, let's kick it off and watch the first I'm a Canary 2 video ever. Expect some lag, because it's bound to happen from this.
Okay. This should be working. I don't know if this is. It should be, though. Okay.
The frame
I just want
rate.
to say a few things. I am streaming this from Xbox, and it is going to be on my Xbox clips. If you're viewing this from my Xbox clips, this is not for the Xbox clips.
It doesn't save to
for
Xbox.
Something else.
I'm an idiot. I thought this was saving to Xbox and everybody could see that. This wasn't even directly recording from Xbox. This was recording from another thing. This literally was never even connected to Xbox, but I thought it was for like a year. And it was so bad. Like, dude, I don't know if I talked about the old audio system. This would let me record one audio system, and that was it. Well, 2 if you include my microphone. But it would do my microphone and one audio system. So if I was talking on Discord or something, you couldn't hear anybody else. You could hear me and the game. Or you could hear Discord if I set it to that. But you could not hear both. This thing was so bad, and I spend a while
I'm
explaining that here, I
making
think.
YouTube, and this is my only streaming thing on my computer. So if you're looking at this, it's not for Xbox clips. Okay, yeah, just wanted to clarify that. Alright, so yeah, hi. I'm back. I'm not dead. That's surprising. No, that's stupid. I'm making stuff again. It's been an incredibly long time, and I finally figured out how to remove my 13-second live stream of me saying, wow, look at this. It doesn't work. But now I can actually stream
Older,
based
I'm
off
a
of my
Canary
PC.
2
I've tried
content?
to
No way.
record stuff from mobile, but there was no audio. I don't know if there is audio. If there isn't, I'm gonna literally cry. And the video also won't go up, so you won't see me crying in sadness. So yeah, this is the full game of Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted. If you're new to the channel, I used to play a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's.
I will give past I'm a Canary 2 credit. The audio balance between me and the game is better than most of my modern day content. I'm gonna be real with you.
Deleted my channel and took down everything I did, which I really wish I didn't now because I have to redo it all. No! Okay, I didn't mean to click that button. But yeah, I have the DLC pack. I can play
Dude, the frames.
all of the Halloween game modes. I can do any of this.
Holy hell.
It is gonna be a little laggy, so you'll have to.
This was on my old PC. This was on my garbage PC before I got my good one. I mean, the graphics card exploded, but other than that, modern PC is good.
Okay, on my phone, I also have a lot more done since I left off. If I unlock gallery on my phone, I'll do a stream there so you guys can see that.
I get gallery on
I have
this.
a lot of stuff. There's so much stuff in the price counter.
Not in this series, way later. Holy hell, that's loud.
That was really loud. I'm turning it down a little.
See? He gets it.
Can I wear it? What's this thing's purpose if I can't wear it? Okay, I'm gonna return to menu. So yeah, I'm gonna play some stuff. Parts and service is so much harder. If you are still like one of my older viewers that's been watching for a long time.
I'm saying that like I have any. I remember this exactly. By this point, from my phone videos that were such horrible quality, lagged like hell, and literally couldn't be longer than like 20 minutes or else my phone would never save them, I had 9 subscribers, and at least 2 of them were either me, Nolan, or like some friend. There were no viewers.
And you saw me do this already. You don't have to watch this. I'm gonna do parts and service for this.
Like they'd have any obligation to watch this.
Welcome back to Parts and Service. Oh no, it looks like Bonnie's guitar is out of tune and must be recalibrated. First, we must access his harmonization module located inside his secondary throat pipe. To access the throat pipe, both eyes must first be removed. You must be as precise as possible when removing the eyes from their respective sockets. First, firmly grip Bonnie's left eye and carefully remove it from its socket.
Left. Wait, left, so his right eye.
Great job. Deposit the left eye in the cleaning receptacle on your left.
This is hard because I have to actually throw it in there.
Do you?
Well done.
Woo,
now, firmly grip Bonnie's right eye and
You have to
carefully
throw
remove
it?
it from its...
I don't remember having to do that. I thought you could just left click and then it goes in there. Do you really have to throw? I don't have the game installed right now,
socket.
so I don't think I can
Deposit the
check
right
that.
eye in the cleaning receptacle on your right.
This one I can just tap in.
Good
The other
job.
one I have to throw it
Ow.
Open Bonnie's
vertically.
face
What the
plate.
heck?
Carefully press the 2 buttons located on either side of Bonnie's jaw.
That's gotta be a glitch.
When done correctly,
This-
you should hear 2 small... Well done.
There
You
we
now
go.
have access to Bonnie's harmonization module. Press the blinking button inside Bonnie's secondary throat pipe to enter calibration mode. Something is not right. One of those notes is out of tune. You may push the button again to replay the audio check. Press the colored button that corresponds to the incorrect
Shut up
note.
for a second, you robot. Just stop talking. You can press this more than twice. I know he says just press it one more time, but you can play it like as many times as you need. Yeah,
I mean,
this
it's
is-
probably timed, so eventually you probably can.
Press the blinking button
whatever,
again to
pass me.
verify your work.
I am. Yes. I hate the pause.
Great
bits, 'cause I'm
job.
always like,
Bonnie
"Oh,
is
my
in
goodness,
tune
I'm
and ready for his solo. Let's close him up. Simply replace both eyes in the same order that you removed them, then close up the faceplate, and we'll call it a day.
Even when I do this right, I'm so unsure of doing it. Like, is this wrong? Is this right? I don't know. But no, I know how to do this. He looks so weird with just his eyes.
Do I say a day after doing it? I don't remember if I did that by this point.
Well done. That concludes your parts and services task.
No, I don't
See you
do
next
it.
time.
You can play his guitar too on. Okay,
Man.
I won Bonnie's thing. That's great.
L
This
past
can't
I'm a
be jump
canary
scare,
too.
so
I
this
didn't
morning,
say
I
a
don't
day
think it's
after
gonna be-
finishing the parts and service levels.
Oh, I got Chica's cupcake. That's actually really cool.
I love getting the prizes after that. That was my
Okay,
favorite part of that.
That's pretty cool. Continue.
Except for not in the
Now I'm gonna do
stupid
Chica's parts and
Halloween
service.
one.
This one was not on the mobile game, so hi. He's over there sometimes. To help you see this, I'm imagining. Hi, Helpy. Oh, I think Glitch Trap's here. Yeah. I do actually have a lot of the tapes. If you don't know, like, how Five Nights at Freddy's Help On works, you need to collect tapes for stuff. I could
Oh, yeah,
try
you
and
know me.
show you where tapes
I'm a
are,
canary
but
too, the
really,
guide
the only
legend.
reason I have any is
Might I just say, my frame rate in this video was horrendous. The fact that I actually uploaded this makes you wonder how bad the original quality was on the phone ones. Probably a lot worse, honestly. Although I was never playing anything that complex on the phone, so maybe not. This might be the worst frame rate we get. Also, we're not going to watch a bunch of laggy videos. We're only just going to watch this one, just because it's the very first one. So don't fret. We might watch bits and pieces of other ones, but we're not going to sit through half an hour
I've
of
watched
lag
people
for
saying,
any
"This
other
is where the
videos.
tapes
Don't
are."
you worry.
So if you're gonna watch somebody, there are a lot of people that do really good videos to show you how to get them all, and good articles. So I would definitely search that if you wanted to find the tapes. Chica's parts and service is really annoying. So
The nightmare one
there's
is just
only one part
stupid.
that's hard, and it is just annoying. So
Welcome back
gonna
to
try.
Parts and Service. There have been customer complaints about Chica's acrid smell. Sounds like Chica has been rummaging around the kitchen again. Remove all food particles from Chica's exterior and place it in the refuse bin on your right.
okay.
Who calls that a refuse bin? Genuinely.
Oh, here it is. 3.
Good job.
Okay, done.
Make sure Chica is not hiding any other treats inside her beak. To open her beak, carefully press the 2 buttons located on the sides of Chica's head. Oh no, it looks like Chica has
That
picked up some
scared me so
unwanted
much the
friends.
first time I did that.
To clear
I
the
didn't say anything
infestation,
just 'cause,
apply
you
the
know.
Fazbear Entertainment restaurant grade chemi
Oh.
spray to Chica's
I can
exterior.
grab
Press
that.
the button under the hanging canister to activate the chemi spray. Avoid inhaling the chemi spray. Exposure to cleaning, disinfecting, and maintenance chemicals may result in
Well,
respiratory
that's
problems, skin, or eye irritation. Good job.
Yay, that's great to
Now
know after I
reattach
press
Chica's
the button.
upper arm, hand, and cupcake plate.
Oh, this is the part that's not fun, especially in nightmare mode, because you can't see where you're supposed to attach that arm. It's so hard.
Yeah, that's the
And
worst
this is
part.
the hard part in general. The freaking cup.
Well done. Oh no, it looks like Chica needs another dose of the chemi spray. Do not let the infestation spread. Be sure to give
This
the
thing
canister button another push
is
as
the
needed.
worst.
Return the cupcake to Chica's plate.
There's
Oh,
a strat.
gee, the
Do I know the
cupcake
strat?
broke.
Oh, I do! I know the strat by this point.
Gee, it's not like
Yeah,
I
you
know
literally
exactly
just
where
look
it
Chica's
is.
behind
plate.
you, and then it.
Let's
Oh,
go!
I missed it.
Please place the cupcake on the plate.
Oh, pick it up, you dumb. There you
Got
go.
Great job.
I'm yelling at
Oh.
past
Ready to
me.
serve pizza
That
and
is the
hugs
hardest
to the
part.
kids
She will
again.
jump scare you
Take
eventually.
a
if
complimentary
you're not
slice of
supposed to.
pizza for a job well done.
Okay. You can also feed one to Chica if you want.
Go on. Take it.
Wow,
No, I'm
good
just-
job.
I
Delicious. See you next time.
don't.
Whoa.
Bye bye.
What? Text to
Nice
speech
knowing
is
you, I guess.
predicting
Chica.
my future.
Chica's
there.
really.
No
Bonnie
way.
and Chica are honestly the hardest ones in this game. The others, like, they're not
Bonnie and
bad.
Chica are the
Bonnie's
hardest
not
one.
bad.
That's not
I
true.
got a blue.
Bonnie's the
Dang
easiest.
it! Stop falling
Freddy
on the floor.
isn't bad. In nightmare
Okay.
mode, or
The
not in
first
nightmare
time.
mode, in actual
This time
VR,
I
he's a bit
dropped
more
it
annoying.
on the floor.
But Foxy is probably the most annoying one because it
Alright,
just takes the longest.
So we got Bonnie and Chica done.
I don't know if I
Now
want
it's
to watch
Freddy.
this whole thing. I don't know. This isn't as like nostalgia-inducing as I was thinking it was gonna be.
This game very well.
Do I do anything except for parts and service?
How does
Music
that
box. Place the music
God,
cavity.
Blah 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 blah.
not enjoyable. Preferably, I'd rather.
What am I
just-
mumbling about?
I don't like them. Actually, jump scares here are not terrible. But
I was talking
it's still
about
not
jump scares.
enjoyable. Preferably, I'd rather just
Dude,
not.
the jump
get
scares in that game are
scared.
literally not even scary in VR. Blah 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 blah. Watch the rest of this video
Close.
just be me playing those same ones in nightmare mode or
Do
something
the nightmare
stupid.
version of him.
Oh my god, I'm
Can't-
talking about it. I hope I
Okay.
don't do it. I hope I do something else.
Hi.
Oh, I said I was
Dark
doing something
Rooms.
else.
I'll do Mangle's Vent Repair. I haven't actually beaten Innards yet.
I was gonna say I don't think I do that until
be
the
playing it
the time I
some.
play it in VR. Because I stopped
eventually.
playing
don't
this
think I
game
do.
after a
That
little
one
bit.
is actually
And then I
really
redo
well
it.
made one.
Oh no 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 no! I don't
It's
think I
not,
beat the
like-
full game
I'm
in
not saying
VR. I think
the
I
games
start
are
doing
not
that,
well made.
but then I get
Saying no,
bored.
just like-
So then I don't do it. Because
I
I do
really
beat the
don't.
whole game eventually. I have a series. Wow, my graphics on that were set
Oh,
real
the
low.
graphics for that for a second.
Yeah,
was
see,
like-
past me even
Horrible.
crap
Okay.
computer me realized how bad it
It's not
was.
like
Jesus.
It's not.
And yet I
Welcome to
still
Vet
recorded like
Repair.
150
Yep.
videos.
I haven't
Fazbear
played this in a
Entertainment
while.
prides itself on having the most comfortable facilities. Each
Alright.
facility is set to a perfect 72
I'll watch
degrees
myself
all
on
the
this one
time.
because this is
Yeah, I like
something
The
different.
four active indicator lights
69.
mean we have a well-functioning
What else do I
ventilation
do?
system.
I go over
Your
there.
headlamp should
Trick or
protect you
treat is
from
one of
any
my
critters
favorite
who may have
games. I
stumbled
like
into
that.
the ducts.
Yay! I love having.
As a
critters
certified
and
vent
stuff.
technician, you should need no instruction. However, in case of an emergency, it is important to remember that as the vent technician, you should never, under any circumstances, attempt to
It sounds like it's starting
I
to
won't
say
do that.
leave.
I promise.
So using assumptions,
The nightmare one of this
I'm
is-
guessing it's just saying don't try to leave through the vents.
Hi.
Based
Bye.
on my guess, considering Mangle's in the vents, and it sounds like it says don't leave the vent.
Oh.
That is my guess. Not sure. Again, there's no way to actually
I'm not
verify that
very much-
information. But still.
That looks
Also, based
know-
on sister location, they found a body
Get
in a
out
vent
of there.
once, so
Where are
that's
you?
probably why. Dude, why am
I
I
did just
wasting
get rid of
time?
her a second ago. Oh, where? I heard.
Okay, well, I at least have the strat in mind, like, wait for audio
Now
cues.
what? Oh yeah, I'd have to press that button.
In VR,
wait.
this one's way more fun. I like this one in VR. Ennard's vent repair is just
Oh, yeah,
generally
that
an inconvenience overall.
Okay.
Like, that one is just a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, this is like Game of Simon. Here.
Right click, like,
Blue,
I don't know the strat.
red, orange. Blue,
Blue, red, orange, green, yeah.
Red.
Boom.
orange, green. Yes, got it.
He's gone. Pull the lever
Alright,
past
I
me.
won.
Yes! I like the nightmare version of that one.
All right.
Because
A
it just
perfect
adds an extra
72
animatronic.
degrees.
It makes it more
Good
fun.
job.
I
See
like
you
that
next
one
time.
more. Ennard's is just stupid.
Thank you.
Not even just because it's hard, because it isn't too bad. It's
I get
just
this now. Yay.
I don't know. I just view Ennard's as a general inconvenience.
L chips. Okay, I dropped it. I'm not even gonna look at it again. It's just food.
Wow.
It's probably enough. Yes, I did.
Oh yeah, go to the trick or treating. I'll watch the first round of trick or treat, but after that I'm gonna be done watching
This one
this
is
video.
probably my favorite Five Nights at Freddy's.
See, even
so
then,
look through windows to see
my
who
favorite, 'cause this one
answers
is
the
really
door
fun.
and wear a mask. I like doing this one with my Xbox controller because it makes it so much easier.
It does. I don't play any of these
So, like,
with
I just
that
hit
except
left
for
button,
this one. This is the only
right
one. You just
button.
have to press left button, right button to look out the windows.
And then I just hit left button, right button, and I can go like this to pick the mask.
Yeah, that makes it so much better.
Foxy, Chica, Bloom.
I think for actual mask
Bonnie,
selection, I
Freddy,
grab the mouse,
Foxy, Chica,
because that's a
Balloon
bit
Boy.
easier.
Freddy's walking away. Bonnie's there still. Foxy, Chica, Balloon Boy. Freddy's walking. Foxy, Balloon Boy.
I'm gonna try and figure this out.
Bonnie's still there.
I think I get it right, but...
Foxy and Balloon Boy. Nobody's there. Foxy, Balloon Boy. Where's Chica? Chica's there.
You know,
Bonnie's
no,
walking.
I'm gonna mute it and actually guess. Okay, there's Chica, there's Freddy, Foxy, Balloon Boy, Chica. I saw somebody walking by, but I can't tell who it is. That's Freddy, Balloon Boy, Foxy, Chica, Freddy. Oh no, so that wasn't Freddy walking in there. I don't know who's in that hallway. Bonnie. There's Chica. No Freddy, no Balloon Boy. No Freddy or Balloon Boy. I went with Balloon Boy. It must be right, because I don't think I'd die.
Oh, it was Balloon Boy! I got it right. Okay, good. Hi. If you don't get it right, you die.
Alright. This is fun. I can actually interact with this. We're gonna... Bonnie, Foxy... It's probably a bit harder to see now as well with the crappy-ass frame rate I'm running at. There's Chica and Freddy. I don't know where Balloon Boy is. Freddy's walking. There's Chica. Foxy, Bonnie. This one feels more nostalgic. I like this one. I'm just not so attached to this game. And I'm not like, oh my god, it's my past self. I love this. It's just like a very high-pitched child recording at 10 frames per second. It's nothing to feel in love with. I also stopped paying attention. Freddy, Balloon Boy, Foxy... I think that was Chica. Freddy, Balloon Boy, Mangle moment. Hurry up me. There's Balloon Boy. There's Foxy. Freddy. There's no Bonnie or Chica. There's Bonnie. It's looking like Chica. Yeah. I think I got it right in both scenarios.
Please be Chica. Yes!
I'm gonna make a confession. Way back, at this point when I was playing the game, every single time I put on the mask and the door opened, I got so scared I would close my eyes every time. I don't think I ever admitted it in a video before this point, but I will admit it now, because I remember genuine terror waiting in the darkness, hoping I wouldn't get jump scared.
Hi, Chica.
Okay, let's do this. There's Freddy Fazbear, Balloon Boy, Foxy, Bonnie, Freddy. There's those three. Bonnie's walking. Freddy, Bonnie, Foxy, Balloon Boy, Freddy, Bonnie, Balloon Boy, Chica, Bonnie, Freddy, Foxy, Balloon Boy. Oh no, Foxy just took off. Mangle. Oh my god! Dude, that's the one downside of controller, because sometimes it just has a seizure. And that's not the controller just throwing it all over the place. There's those two. Balloon Boy, Freddy, Foxy, Chica, Bonnie. Balloon Boy, Foxy, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica. Those two. Bonnie. It's looking like Foxy by this point. Yeah.
I have gotten the yes. Please. Yes!
Okay.
I won!
I don't remember if I actually won or if I died on the third one.
Yay! Now we're so lucky.
But boom, look at that. I love that level so much.
It's a lot of candy. Woohoo!
Wow.
Yay! Okay, I dropped it.
Okay.
That's great. Yeah. Dart. You're a
Man.
clown. Dang it. So. No!
I learned this one thing from game theory. I don't even remember what it was. I don't remember what it is by this point. I don't think I do. That if there are 3 clown posters and you throw it at them, you get
so
something.
Cool! I got the actual
I don't
mask.
remember
Can I wear
what
it?
it actually is,
Dang
but
it!
yeah, no. I never get it, but I check every time I
go
win a
back up there
level.
so I can
Stupid
get a better
thing.
sight.
Also, big scam! There are so many prizes in the Halloween one, and all of them are so cool, and so few game modes to get them. It is bullshit. Absolute bullshit. And there's none fast enough that you can just farm them. But anyway. Oh wait, yeah, this is the next one, or is this the next episode? I don't know. When is this? When is this? Oh wait, no, all of them. Yeah, I was about to say all of them are gonna say 3 years except for this one. This is the only one 4 years ago, because this is just today now 4 years. So yeah, all the other ones are gonna say 3 years ago. But no, this is one of the next ones.
Hi
But
everyone.
my second videos are, of course, you can't forget my greatest cameos of all time. Nolan told me don't do this, but this is Nolan. Annoying the Third was his Roblox username back in the day. And remember what I told you about my mic only picking up on one input? That applied to this. So how I did it, I have one of those silly Alexas. They're all the way across my room.
Yeah, hi, welcome back to
Nolan
video.
talked through that.
I'm playing
We're gonna
Roblox.
see if we can hear
What
him.
are you doing? What are you doing?
No, I'm getting literally nothing. I can't hear him. I don't think you can hear a word he says in any of these 3 videos. Maybe by the 3rd one. I think I adapt my strategy a little bit. Five Nights at Candy's. I remember that. Just looking through all these, I remember playing these games. It is somewhat nostalgic just looking at the thumbnails and seeing what I did. Oh, I remember this too. I didn't make a series because I knew this game got hard enough to the point that I was too stupid. Like, back in the day, I would play all kinds of these games, and sometimes... Oh, the world is ending. Wait. No, that comes out tomorrow. Okay. I'm not getting distracted with SB's stuff, don't worry.
Oh, this is
But yeah, a lot of the games that I played on my old channel... Well, not old channel. I guess it's the same channel, but, you know... You'll know this isn't one of them, but a lot of them, like Five Nights at Freddy's This, more Ultimate Custom Night. I'm trying to find some other ones. Muck, The Escapists, even Minecraft to an extent, like, and I suppose AlphaPut, like, once, but still, a lot of these games I played way back in the day on the channel, I go back and beat them by the point that I get the good stuff. Yeah, dude, we have Annoying the Third all the way up here in Hunting Season 2. Man, you were such a legend. The prison is no more. No. I never completed that, by the way. This is the only episode of that prison. Yeah, I had all the old Escapist videos. This was on my phone. This was before I bought Minecraft on the computer. I don't get Minecraft on the computer for a long time. It's after, like, this is the point that I'm on my new computer. Like, these are the last videos on my old computer. And this is my first one on the new computer, the computer I'm currently using. And what else would it be except for Trespasser with a Nick Christmas event? Yeah, that's how I ended off my first computer's reign and beached God. Man, there is some nostalgia to this, I will admit. But a lot of the games that I used to play on the old channel, like I would make a single thing and then they would just never show up again. Now, I can't say I'm innocent of that with my new channel as well. Also, in case you're wondering what is going to happen for this event, I don't know what I'm doing for this stream as much as I'm just reminiscing about the past 4 years. So let me ramble for a few hours and I'll be happy. And Annoying the Third was so peak. I'm going to pin that message to the live chat. Hang on. Annoying the Third was so peak. That is pinned, Nolan. Oh my god. Well, like this game, I gave up on it. I stopped watching. Actually, after I stopped playing it, I just looked up Markiplier's series on it and just watched that instead. And by that point, I just never played it again. I do win this, I think. Losing my sanity over the alphabet. What ones did I get stuck on? I'm trying to remember what ones were really hard. I know J is normally, like, the first time I played Alphabet, this took forever. But this time I actually
now
do
that I'm looking at it
quick. I remember that for a fact.
Alphabet, oops.
Because sometimes I go back on this, because for some reason this is one of my most popular videos.
No, 70.
Oh,
Let's
does it
try
take-
70 and try and get.
Yeah, it doesn't take me long at all.
Nope.
I
Okay,
think the one
restarting
that
again.
took the longest
Try
was
and get
genuinely
stupid
R.
thing. Oh, yes,
Yeah,
yes!
I got really
R.
lucky with that. But R, though, was so bad. London, that one took a little bit. M took a while. N, I think I beat it in a couple tries. This one I thought was going to be hard. First tried it, I think. I remember these because I made a compilation video somewhat recently. Well, recently enough that I know of it, but R though. Now, to be fair, this is all uncut, so it literally just took me 15 minutes. But this is before I found any sort of commitment to doing anything. So, you know. That was a big deal, those 15 minutes. And then this legendary Minecraft series on my phone. And, like, dude, episode 5, we're gonna find it real quick. You can see how badly my phone runs things when especially streaming it to the computer. Like,
The game was
oh, this is after I wipe it. We gotta get to the point
everything.
where I'm fighting the Wither.
That.
Oh, this is the big one. This is the big
Fix
one.
this. This has been fun. Alright, everybody.
Hang on.
Out of here.
I was down there for so
Only
long.
because it caused unbelievable destruction and chaos, so I'm gonna murder you. Can you stop it?
I can't
With the
hit it,
stupid
like...
structures. I would open this, but I'm
I
afraid it's
literally
gonna break
couldn't hit it.
everything.
I couldn't do anything. This staff doesn't even do damage.
All my buffs.
But it was breaking so many lucky blocks that my whole game was just frozen. I never take damage
didn't
from this,
kill
by the
me.
way. I never do.
Only because
My
it's
game was so broken that this
broken.
just literally never has any effect on anything. That massive drop.
I
and
honestly
my
want
armor,
to die right now.
It doesn't have anything good on it. So don't be fooled. Like, dude, that's how bad... That was my old Minecraft content. And I love Minecraft. It was definitely my favorite game. But I literally could only play it on mobile. For a long time. Like, from my first video, it took... This is when I finally get... This is my first day playing Java. December 26th. To be fair, in the grand scheme of things, that's not that long. But by this point, I had been playing on the PC a bit longer than I had the channel up. And I'd been gaming in general a lot longer than this. So, yeah. Getting this finally was a huge deal. And I literally didn't understand how Java worked. Like, it was actually pathetic. Nick, I think I blocked all his comments on the channel. But I didn't understand so many basic features. Like, he was telling me how not to fight things, how to fight things, like, about different mechanics. I don't know exactly where all these moments are. But, like, dude, it was pathetic. Yeah, there was me spam clicking. Yeah, dude, it was a whole freaking ordeal. Anywho, there was that. Man, I'm just kind of scrolling through things. I'm just reminiscing about all the good times. I loved hunting season. I had such a fun time with hunting season. And when we revisited it here, like playing it on my good PC and I had the good graphics, this was the time to be alive. If there is like a series that I would genuinely feel some actual nostalgia over, it would be hunting season. If I was to rewatch them, I would specifically rewatch these videos because I remember doing them with Nick. And oh my god, it was genuinely so fun. This one, not as much. But this one, and this one, it was such a fun time. Dude, that is the absolute I'm a Canary 2 seal of approval nostalgia moment. Like, dude, that was the good times. And then, oh god, this series, the Mustache Man. There's a whole saga with the Mustache Man. Halo Infinite, oh my god. I used to be so good at that game. I normally hate first-person shooters like this, but for some reason I really liked Halo Infinite, and I actually got, like, genuinely good at it. Like, I played this game so much after everybody else quit it. I was doing crazy stuff in it, awesome plays. I had such a fun time with that game for a while. Raft. Another series that just kind of died because I got bored of it. Because I'm going to be real with you, Raft just really isn't that fun of a game. Man. Bed Wars with Nick. More fun with Nolan. That is a good thumbnail. I'm going to be honest, that is a good one. I think that's just one of YouTube's default ones as well. I don't think that's one I custom uploaded. That is a good thumbnail. Good job, me. Better than most of my frequent. Yeah, my a podcast episode of just people's eyes. Pictures of my dogs. Do I have music accommodating this, or is this just dead silence with pictures of them? You guys want to watch 2.5 minutes of the dogs with me? There's Space Stuff. Oh my god. Space Betty. Wow. I think that was my original channel profile picture, actually. No, it wasn't. It was one of the ones with him by the Christmas tree. I was gonna make that the picture for this live stream, but I couldn't find it. I didn't have it saved, and I didn't feel like sending it to myself and then downloading it again and doing that. I mean, realistically, only... Wow. It looks like I had some editing assistance there. There's Penny. What a legend. Man, I have so many better pictures of her now. By this point, 90% of all the pictures I had was just of Dobby. But man, Penny, what a legend. She even ended up in a few movies. And you know that part of this is going to be dedicated to Space Penny. What is that picture? Jesus. I mean, I'm not going to watch the movies, but, you know, we're going to talk about Space Penny. Don't worry. Wow. Why did I upload this? I think I was trying to test something, but I don't remember what. Do I say? Oh, yeah. This was a test to see if stuff worked, but also dogs. This was the OG pictures. The one before the not black and white version? No. Oh, this is it. This is the OG I'm a Canary 2 profile picture. That is the one. Wow. That's crazy. Hey, it's Freddy Fazbear. I still have that. I think it's in the same spot, actually. No, I moved it, but I still... Oh, no, it's up on the wall now. I'm an idiot. Okay. Wow. I'm just biased. I just like my dogs, so, you know. I don't mind looking at pictures of them. There's Santa over there. I won that from a random, like, raffle thing when I was, like, I think less than 10 years old. And I'm 18 in a month now. And it's still up there. It's in that same spot still, that Santa thing. Yeah, pretty cool. I don't remember that dog's name. That's not Captain. That's before Captain. Because Captain is Aiden's dog. Her little tongue. Wow. Oh. Is that it? There's my... Okay. Oh, is that my video? That's a good thumbnail. No, that's... Oh, this is the guy that showed me that mod thing. Alright, this guy's a legend. Go watch this guy's video. I don't know if he's actually a good YouTuber. I just talked to him about a mod one time that me and Nolan are eventually gonna do. Father Uncle Rick. Wish.com Inscription. I play actual Inscription. The title of the video... Oh, man, this is such a fun little branch off of my game. This I played on my phone. This is another one I streamed to the computer before I had the actual game on my computer. This was a fun little stretch, though. Me and Nick were just playing a bunch of random games together. It was honestly a blast. This game, we had so much fun with that one. Man, there is a lot of nostalgia. Oh, this video right here, we're playing a game, but this whole thing is just Michael peer pressuring me into getting Elden Ring. And my god, when I first got Elden Ring, I regretted that decision so much. I mean, now, I'm gonna pull up Steam. I think I have more hours in Elden Ring than anything else. And I'm not one of those people that has, like, 80,000 hours on games or something ridiculous like that. I have, like, yeah, 349. That is my most played game on Steam. 349 hours. Wow. That's a lot. So overall, I appreciate Michael for peer pressuring me into getting that, but at first I hated that. Oh yeah, the Fate of Choice. I remember this. I had a few really good ones. The Fate of Choice literally just meant, hey, my friends don't want to play Phasmophobia anymore. Here's a bunch of games with randos. And you know what? Genuinely, I had fun with it because I got a lot of fun people that we played with. I don't know where 1 or 2 are. I think they had Tobin in them, so that's why. Yeah. But most of these are with the same people. I think I named the last one like the Tragedy or something because I leave them because I have to go. I don't know. Most of them were with the same people, but they are randos though. I don't actually know. Oh yeah, I remember when I used to do this. This is before I had access to community posts. So I literally I am not under any circumstances playing. Oh. Okay. I can explain the whole ordeal with this. I'm not gonna get into detail on it. It's apparently I was having OBS issues. I don't think I actually was. I think I was just complaining. Okay, but what happened though is I was playing this on my old computer. Like I bought it when it came out. Yeah, I don't remember what the beagle's name is. That's Jamie's dog, but I don't remember what his name is. I don't know when you actually commented that, Nolan. You could have said that like 10 minutes ago. But yeah, dude, I bought it when it first came out. I'm gonna be honest with you, I never finished Security Breach. It is genuinely a garbage game, and I wish I could have gotten that $40 back. But I bought it right when it came out, because I love Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, you can tell, my early days of the channel, like, so much of it was horror games. A lot of it was FNAF themed, or FNAF fan games and stuff. A lot of horror games, a lot of stuff based on that. Like, we had Five Nights at Candy's, One Night at Springtraps. We had Animator's Hell. We had other ones. I know there were other ones, like a bunch of Five Nights at Freddy games, the games themselves, like Ultimate Custom Night, Chica Simulator, a lot of my early channel, yeah, like this, so much of it was just Five Nights at Freddy's. It was like, that was all I cared about. And then right before I was getting my new PC, I bought Security Breach, didn't run on the old computer. I was going to refund it. And you know what? It is my mom's fault that I lost that $40. I am putting 100% blame on her right now for this tragedy that she has put before me. Because she was like, no, don't refund it. Don't refund it. Because she got me the new PC. So, like, curse you, mother, for loving in me enough to get me a new computer. That you didn't have me refund this game. Because, God, it was terrible. It was an awful game. It was a laggy nightmare. Sure, by the point it comes out, any game will be laggy. But just by this point, developers release games that are actually complete instead of laggy nightmares. Anyway. Man. That game sucked. But yeah. Oh, I was about to say, what the heck is that Security Breach? But yeah, no, I had a bunch of these. Yeah, look at this one. I'm going on vacation.
Hi. I actually figured out how to do this. Like, you can put the window...
Channel update. This one... Oh, man, you think I'd have a graphic or something playing. It is literally 25 minutes of a black screen with one interruption when I pull up pictures of what I think is an update for hunting season, but it's literally for a different game that I just didn't realize. And then, you know... Wait, I'm talking about Sons of the Forest here?
Down a tree. You literally have to get the axe and, like, swing it.
I think I'm complaining. By this point, I think I hate Sons of the Forest. I complained about Sons of the Forest for a long time. I hate that game for a long time. Like, I post a few videos of that game, and I hate it. Until we do the big 100 days thing. Then things change. Okay, I will admit, things change, and I like that game a lot more. I appreciate it a lot more now. Bayou State. I don't know if I'm talking about the big series by this point. I doubt it. But I know we planned it and were working on it for a long time before it actually got released. The Clips channel? At Dave Wiegede? What is this? The Clips channel. What is that? I don't remember this. Oh, no, I know what that profile picture... This is my channel, yeah. I remember that profile picture. That's Tobin in Roblox. It's zoomed in on his eye. But I don't know why I named it Dave Wiegede. And I don't have access to this anymore. Like, I have nothing on this. I don't know. Okay, well, I have all these people. Dragon has content? Am I subscribed to this guy still? Yeah, I am. Good, good, good. Let's see, when was his last live stream? 4 years ago. Come on, Dragon, you gotta catch up to speed. Man, Dragon is such a legend. Dragon is one of my biggest regrets. Not in talking to him, but in abandoning this poor man. This man, although, I will say, he was a bit flawed, method-wise. Dragon is a legend. Alright, I'm gonna tell you guys the story of Dragon. We're learning a lot of secret I'm a Canary 2 lore and my deep regrets in life, okay? The story of Dragon. Dragon was a really cool fella. In some of my old Muck streams, like, I don't remember what ones, but, like, there were ones that I was, older ones, way older. I think it was this one that I met him. I think Tobin might even be in this. If he is, I'll delete it after. I don't remember. And by the way, I know these all say playing Muck with viewers. Not a single person joined. Don't. Oh wait, no, they did. Holy hell, somebody was there.
My view right now, getting iron.
Okay, I guess people did join. Neat.
Is a pretty good idea.
Wow, I feel honored to know that people were playing Muck with me back in the day.
Hey, I
July 6, 2022. Alright, but whatever. I think I meet Dragon in one of these streams. And Dragon, me, and Tobin play Muck together. Now, that video won't exist anymore, because Tobin was in it and he would have had me take it down. But me and him play Muck together. Oh, and all the other series with him would be gone too. Okay. But Dragon, my boy, he's a pretty cool guy. He's a German man, epic fella. Very awesome. And you know what? We played Muck. And this guy would turn out to be, like, apparently a cajillionaire. Or I guess at the time when me and Tobin being, like, 15 and however old Tobin was at the time, would assume was a millionaire. But he wasn't. He just had money. But anyway, this guy, we played Muck for a bit. And we became friends after this. And we went beyond Muck. He bought us this game called Forts, which I didn't really like at the time because I didn't really get it. But I've been playing a lot recently by myself, and I'm really enjoying it. So shout out to Dragon, legend. But in total, that would have been $30 for both me and Tobin. Like, and he did that, like, day one of knowing it. Well, maybe not day one. It was a couple days after meeting us, though. He got us that game. And we were like, wow, this guy's really cool. Then, we played that game for a little bit. I mean, we played it for a while with him. Me and Tobin just didn't really get the game, and he was really good and just kept destroying us. My claim to fame was blowing up my teammate one time, not realizing. That was the one victory I ever got in that game. More recently, I'm actually good at it and know how to play, but still. Now, then came Ark. He wanted to play Ark with us. Now, Ark Survival Evolved is... Oh, it's only $15? I thought it was more than that. Okay, I thought it was like $40. Alright, whatever. Well, I thought it was $40. Now, this is the one I own, right? Yeah. Okay. So basically, Ark. The lovely lad, Dragon, he wanted to play Ark with us. I had played Ark before on Xbox and stuff. I thought it was a cool game. Didn't really get it. By this point, remember, I have an IQ of 10. I don't know how to play any of these games. I mean, FNAF World is my big time playing. I mean, FNAF World is kind of fun, I'll admit it. But, like, there wasn't much going on in my brain cells by this point. I could play Halo Infinite, Hunting Season, yeah, sitting in Halo Infinite lobby for 1 minute. That's gonna get all the fans. Like, dude, there's not much going on in my pea-sized brain by this point in life. So, like, when we're playing Ark, believe me, my IQ is rock bottom. So we do that. Before we do that, I don't have Ark on Steam. He buys that for me too. Remember, this is very early on, like maybe a week knowing each other. He does that for me. Now, I don't know why I thought it was like $40 or $60. It wasn't. Apparently it was $15. Still, By this point, this is $45 this guy that barely knows us has spent on us. Like, wow. This guy is amazing. And before you're like, oh no, this is your huge regret. What horrible thing they do to us. No, he didn't. He never did anything terrible to us. Now, we were playing Ark. We had a world. Now, this guy, I don't know what the hell this guy is on with. But he is literally like a game god. He goes from day one in any game. Like, we're building some houses, getting some basic dinosaurs. Me and Tobin had this really awesome moment where we're flying around trying to get this cool, I think it's called a Quetzal or something, that you can, like, build a platform on its back and fly on it. And then, like, build stuff up on the dinosaur. Super cool thing. It's fun. And we spent a bunch of time getting that. We're just exploring, building basic stuff. We finally go to this guy's house. He has a whole dinosaur empire, a massive force field, like giant mech suits. He can travel at the speed of sound, fly around the map in half a second. This is after a couple hours playing. This man, Mr. Dragon, sir, is literally a god gamer. And you know what? We play Ark for a while. I want to say, like, I made a whole video series on it. There was a whole traumatic incident where my favorite dinosaur died. It was like, dude, me and Tobin loved Ark. Absolutely loved it. And you know what? Honestly, I might make a series on Ark, like, somewhat soon. Just because it was fun playing with him. It's just I want to play with somebody. Maybe I'll get Nolan. Maybe Nolan, Aiden, and I. Because I know Aiden has it. That was actually his first YouTube series. But he rage quit because he got killed. Aiden. Anyway, I might do something with them with it. Because I would like to play Ark again. It's a cool game. But yeah. He became a god. Me and Tobin were just kind of chilling. Learning the game. Having fun. And he still had stuff to do. But one of his favorite games was Rust. This is where the tragic downfall of Dragon would occur. Now, this man, Rust, I don't know if you know. That game is $40. That one is. And in case you don't know the reputation of Rust, it's known for having an incredibly toxic community. I'm just not realizing I'm leaving you on an empty screen here. Here, guys, I'll let you watch some containment breach in the background.
Oh, is this spawn?
Here, there you go, there you go. I'm realizing it's probably not nice of me to just leave you there seeing nothing. But anyway, you know, we're playing. We're having fun with Ark. We're doing that consistently. Like, every day, all of us are hopping on. We're playing Ark. Having a blast. He wants to play Rust. That game is $40. Neither Tobin nor I have it, nor do we have money. We don't ask him to buy it for us. I don't even mention it. And then, you know what? Out of the blue, he's like, I'm just going to buy it. By this point, he spends another $80 on us. This is $125, not including tax, that this guy spent on Tobin and I. Just wow. Dude, Dragon, you are an absolute legend, and I appreciate you to the ends of the earth. But the thing about Rust, it's super hard. It's really complicated, and it's very difficult to progress. So, we play Rust a little bit, but Tobin and I don't really like it. And what are we gonna do? Tell a dragon that, nah, I don't really like this game you just spent $40 on, and it's already too late to refund it, so you would have just lost our money. So what we do is somewhat endure. And in enduring, I had a complete brain break. Tobin is the first to cave. He basically, I don't think he ever spoke to Dragon again, aside from the last time we ever spoke to him. Tobin stops playing. The server that we were playing on Rust, he had bought a private server and then I think it got wiped somehow, and we were gonna start again. Me and Tobin weren't huge fans of Rust. We liked Ark more. I even went back on the Ark server a few more times and played it before it expired, because he bought us a private server. He bought us a private server on both of these games. So, he wanted us to start Rust again. Tobin never directly spoke to Dragon again. I was like, dude, this guy has just spent so much money on us. I'm going to play Rust with him. And I do. I have Season 2 of Rust. It still is actually up on my channel, I think, because Tobin's not in it. He didn't play that with us. And I think I have 2 episodes on it, but honestly, even though it was only 2 compared to however many I had in the first season, I spent more time in Season 2. I played it a bunch with him, but really, it just wasn't that fun. I wasn't progressing that far. And off he went, off to being the super god again, while I was just kind of struggling to keep up in every sense. So eventually, I caved too, and I stopped joining the Rust server. I stopped texting Dragon, and he doesn't text us either. This man spent so much time and money on us, and that was it. Because right around this time, we might have played it a bit more. But right around this time, you might not know of it because Tobin had me take it down. But my biggest and favorite series on the entire channel was Modded Calamity with Tobin. And around this time, we were picking that up and playing that. And getting pretty far into it as well. Like, we had started it and then given up for a little while, but this is by the point that we were getting back on it. We were jumping back into this. We were playing it and getting far. And the last time I ever spoke to Dragon was one day when me and Tobin were playing that game. Now, by this point, it had probably been almost a month since the last either of us had spoken to Dragon. And he texted during the live stream, in the live stream chat, being like, hey, you guys want to do something? While we were both playing Terraria. And you know what? We were like, man, we're kind of playing this right now. And he's like, oh, I don't have that game. I don't really like Terraria. And we were like, oh, darn. And that was it. I have never spoken to Dragon since that day. That is one of my biggest regrets. Abandoning Dragon like that. Dude, that guy was an absolute legend. I feel bad for that one. I do. I mean, I can't really justify it. Oh my god, Plague Doctor jump scare. Nick's about to die. Oh my god. Yo, nice play. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. But yeah, man, we're learning a lot about I'm a Canary too. I still have him added on Steam. I think I might even have him added on Discord too. Dude, I feel bad. I should text him someday, or like send him a gift card with the money back on it and be like, yo, dude, this is... I should do that. I'm probably gonna do that at some point. I'll send proof. I'm not just gonna say that and look like an asshole. I'll send proof if and when I do it. I don't know if I will right now, but because I have to get another check to put into my account, because I don't want to waste my savings thing. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that overall is my biggest regret in my YouTube career. I feel bad about that. I think about that a lot. And you saw, like, that was over 2 years ago. Man, poor Dragon. Anywho, now we can move on from that sad story and talk about Minecraft or something. Let's go up. Unfortunate Space. That was a fun game. Me and Nick had a good time with it. And the Homestead update. I think this is the... Okay. This video right here is like... That is the nostalgia hit. Honestly, all the SCP Secret Lab, you're not seeing as many in videos because I didn't... Dude, SCP Secret Lab. That is... I know I said this about hunting season, but the most iconic thing, nostalgia-wise, I suppose, in my entire channel history is SCP Secret Lab. Out of everything that I've ever done, the most impactful is Secret Lab. Like, that thing literally was my joy, my biggest happiness. Like, every day I would get on my computer and be like, I'm gonna go play Secret Lab today. I loved this game with every ounce of my being. And you know why? Because there was this one server that I would play on over 10 hours a week. Every single week. I knew, like, everyone in the server. I got so damn good at this game. Like, at the start, yeah, you see videos like this, like me dying for an hour straight. I'm barely alive in that video. But then you get to the point where I have, like, these crazy plays. I'm making awesome alliances, the Great War here. I'm doing crazy escapes, awesome revenge schemes. Like, I know everybody in this server. I'm spending over 10 hours every week in this server. I even become a moderator in this game server. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I never do a single thing as a moderator. There are a few times where I think I'm supposed to, but I just wanted to be a moderator so I could do some silly events and stuff, like spawning in things, doing fun things, because I know sometimes they did that. I never did any of those. I never got that high up in ranking. Basically, I was supposed to report people for bad things, and when something bad happened and I was the only mod online, everybody was like, oh, do something. I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I never did a single thing as a mod. I think the most I ever did was telling a different mod something happened and having them deal with it. That was the biggest thing I ever did. But man, I loved that game so much. And you may be wondering, why is it over? And that's because we ran out of money. You're seeing that as a reoccurring theme here. The server that I loved, I don't remember what it was called. Like, I don't want to say it's the Crunchy Boys. I don't think that's right. It was the Something Boys. I don't know. I'm going to see if, like, I start these outside the server. No. I know I just clicked back on the same video. I'm just unmuting it. I don't remember what the server was called. It was so long ago. But dude, I would literally even stream for a few hours being one of the only 3 people online, and we would still all have a great time.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to SCP Secret Lab. I feel like I should just...
Oh wait, at the end of the rounds it tells you what server you're in, I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, so...
only turned into spring.
Doesn't it?
Tesla.
Oh, that was a good one.
I should just make a separate thing for this entirely, but I did.
No. Okay, well, I don't know where I would see that. Maybe at the end I back out. Oh, yeah, I do. I want to figure out the name, because now it's bothering me that I don't know. Yeah, leave the server.
One of the Dr. Bright. Well, if it hasn't started, we will play through.
Oh, yeah, a
If it
few times
has.
I had to go to one of those, because my main server just didn't have anybody in it. But yeah, near the end, there really was a decline in the amount of people that were playing it. Like, it died, sadly. The owner ran out of money. They couldn't keep supporting it. Another person there, I think it was Jasmine, one of my friends there, took over for a little bit, but the server just never really revitalized after the main guy left. And you know what?
Welcome back, Callie.
Oh man, I remember some of these names even.
Right.
You know, calling them Purple.
Oh, no.
Oh my
why
god,
me?
I remember these people, man. Like, I miss these people, dude. I literally spent all day with these people. Like, for a year. At least a year. But you know what?
I don't think we're ready to manage that.
I'm glad this happened. Oh, I remember Jack. I still have him added on Steam. I could text them right now. I have a lot of these people. I don't know if they all still have me added. I know I had Jasmine and another one. I don't remember what his name was. I think it was like Boney Ghost or something. I know I had Jasmine added. 22 unread messages on Steam, by the way. It's all Mary. What is he doing? I'm like vaguely reading over this. I see 9/11, KFC, what? 100 terrorist operations. I'm gonna lead this later. He sent this to me 2 hours ago. Why is he awake? You know, I could argue with him, telling him to go to bed, but I'm trying to live stream here. Okay. I think Jasmine unadded me. I think a few of them did. But I have a lot of them added still. I think some of them did, because there was a period of time where my games kept crashing, so I would go in and out of games like a lunatic. So it would just say, and I was always online on Steam, so it would be, I'm a Canary 2 is playing Elden Ring, 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 or something like that 50 times. And I never talked to those people anymore, so they just unadded me over time. I have a few of them added still, but like, for the most part, no. I don't have many of them, because I haven't talked to them since Secret Lab.
That is good for stream out that often.
I want to figure out what the name of it was. First ever 5-hour stream.
There we go. It said no to me.
Yeah, see, even at the end there, dude, I'm playing with, like, 2 people. God, man. No, I'm just on the main menu.
Bye, apparently.
Damn. Dude, I think this is... Oh, yeah, this is the last big stream of that. This is, like, the last time I play that server. I don't think this is the same server. This is the last, like, real video
Alright,
from the server. I remember this.
It was really loud and
This actually, like, is sad. South Korea is over. I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure they still exist. I mean, maybe I missed something. Like, this is, oof, I feel a little, oh, I remember Nuclear Winter. I actually subscribed to him
I'm gonna
on
summarize
YouTube.
that.
Here we go.
As much as I hated that guy, he was, I mean, I hated and loved him in its own unique way. He was a dick in game, but in a good way. I'll put it like that.
A D-class.
And I had, like, a passionate hatred towards him,
I was
and
D-class.
made it, like,
There was
my
a
vow
dog,
to hunt
right?
him down. But I think he was just kind of chilling out, having fun, playing the game. But yeah, this is it. This is, like, the end of that server. I saw the owner show up.
Hey, Nuclear,
Oh no,
Well,
it was
I
Nuclear,
mean,
I think.
yeah.
Before I go by, so I guess
He was on
That's
the
fair,
fair,
man.
right?
D-boy that
I
fucked me
saw
over.
some moderator.
Well, I
Or
didn't
friend
kill
of-
you.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
die.
Oh, that was.
Okay, man. Wow, this is... I'm genuinely feeling sad. Like, I miss these people, dude. Like, I would just do dumb shit. We would just run around. It would literally just be a fun game. It wasn't just always playing the game for serious purposes. It was just genuinely, like... I don't really have a friend group in life, you know? I had Nick, Michael, all those people, but we had problems, right? Like, you don't see them anymore in my videos, and that's for a reason. But dude, these people that I played this game with and spent every day with, they were like... They were amazing people, and I absolutely love the experience that we shared together. Yeah, the server's dead, but like, you know, you appreciate things more when they're gone. That's really a true thing, and I am probably gonna cherish the server for a long time. Like, it was just genuinely an experience that I think will be hard to ever forget. I loved this server. I loved playing this game with these people. it was just such a fun and good experience, and I am so happy that I got to be a part of it. You know what? Even though it's gone, I am very grateful that I got to play in the server. It was incredible. I wish I kept in touch with some of these people. I mean, there was a whole server, like, the whole thing I brought up, where was it? That one Roblox video. This was with them. Like, people from that server. This is, like, I think this is the only time. I think I might play a few smaller things with some of them outside the server. But this is definitely the biggest one I do with those people outside the server. And honestly, like, being involved in that, just hanging out with those people outside the server, it was such a nice experience. I am genuinely gonna remember those people in that server forever. Like, that was amazing. And I am happy to be a part of it. But yeah, enough about me talking about them. The server might be a bit broken. Yeah, this was near the end when it was falling apart. This video, this was such a good victory. That is one of my greatest accomplishments in that game. Basically, I
you
was
never saw.
SCP-049. I tried to get every achievement in that game. I got really close. They added a bunch of new ones. They've updated this game a bunch of times since I last played, which was years ago by this point. But, like, yeah. Man. What a game. I tried to play it a couple times since, but it just really wasn't the same. Like, all the people I had been with, they all split off into different groups or just quit the game entirely. Wow. I don't know. The Discord server died out. You know? Just kind of fell apart. Oh, I remember this. This video, I was like oh wait, I remember this exactly. The game glitched, and I was the only person in the game. But I had a high access card, right? So I could pretty much do whatever I wanted. So what I did, like this entire video... Wait. It was called Crunch Boys! I was right! I was right! Oh my god. Man. I thought that sounded a bit weird. I said crunchy, but it was crunch, yeah. But essentially what I did... Yeah, look at this, look at this. I literally decided I was going to collect every item in the game. So I just got everything and brought it into this armory. Eventually somebody joined and a normal game actually started. Or no, I think by this point it still hadn't been normal. Was this Jasmine I was with? I think it might have been. It was Jasmine!
Alright.
Oh wait, it was Jasmine and who else?
I think 049's room is the last. Oh wait, no, Nuke Room has stuff still.
No, there's a shit ton of stuff in entrance room.
Alright, I'm gonna go to Nuke Room.
Don't leave me, guys. I need
Because
to
that
figure out
rule
who-
is not clear enough.
Yeah, that.
I don't remember
that
who
is
else was
gonna
there.
become
I
really
remember
before
Jasmine
we
was there for sure. I don't remember who the other
I'm gonna
guy.
even a little secret.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
Boneless. Yeah. Remember, I told you
don't-
about
don't-
that guy. I mentioned him. Dude, I'm getting sad now. I loved that so much. Man. Until reality ends. Like, if any of these would make me, like, cry in nostalgia due to the memories that I had. Until reality ends would be the one. It's gone now. You can't see it anymore. Because Tobin was in it. That series was me, Nick, Tobin, and Bryson going to the world border in Minecraft Survival. Or getting to the far lands, rather. We do it. We got there. That's another one of those things, like... that I think maybe some of the episodes still exist because Tobin wasn't in them, especially near the end when we abandoned him entirely. I never released the final episode to the public. We do it in that episode. I know that sounds stupid. Because like, oh yeah, sure you did it in the final episode. But you see how in the episode before. But yeah. Sign of Silence, I remember that. Wow. Oh, the first Barotrauma video. This is before I... See, that's another one that I got way back when I was stupid and naive. Valheim. Valheim, that's just another experience I am never ever going to forget. The Valheim series I did with Nick. I don't know if I'm going to call this the best gaming experience I've ever had in my life, but I might. It is definitely going in the top. Like, whether it's number 1, number 2. Valheim with Nick is without a doubt one of my favorite things I've ever done in my life. With 100% certainty. I will not even pretend it isn't. No matter what the relation between me and Nick is now, playing this with him, modded Valheim, is one of, if not the best experiences of my entire life. Now, most of the early videos are gone because Tobin had me delete them because he was in them and all. But the point that it actually got to where it got to, that was just me and Nick. There was one video that Tobin was in that we just kind of messed around for an hour. So that one, it wasn't a huge deal that it got deleted. But overall, like, the amount of stuff we did in this world, like, this is, by this point, the biggest thing I'd ever done for a game. It maybe except for Until Reality Ends. But wow. Just... the amount of experiences that I've had just doing stuff on this channel, and maybe at the time not realizing how actually impactful it was on me as a person, and like how I perceived games and just people even, and how much they're gonna be making up a legacy in my mind. Like this thing here, like Valheim, the Secret Lab, Until Reality Ends, those are things I'm not going to forget. Those are things I'm not going to stop thinking about for a long time. Like, there are things like that I've done for this channel, and whether it seems stupid because I'm just talking about games like they're the greatest things ever, like, the experiences that went along with some of this stuff were just incredible. Indescribable. Valheim is...
Gonna lie.
I hesitate to say more impactful than the whole Secret Lab thing. I feel like they each have their own functionality in the field of impactfulness. They're both exceptional in their own way. And not just the games themselves. Valheim as a game, I am not a big fan. I'm going to be honest. I don't like it that much. But the experience I had playing through it with Nick is just an unforgettable masterpiece. I'll go with that. God, I hate Deep Woken. Left 4 Dead 2. You know what? I wasn't a huge fan of the game, but goddamn, me and Michael got a good thumbnail playing it. 3 Buffoons in the Woods. Oh, I loved that. Oh, and I used the VR thumbnail for that. That was not in VR. Wow, Jeremy Donaldson. I loved An Off-Air Broadcast. That was such a good game. It's not one of those major impactful ones. I tried to revive the Valheim masterpiece, but nothing can beat that. Like, just at the end, just when we were sitting down there, like, dude, I cannot describe, like, how it felt to just sit there. What's the screenshot button for Steam?
F12.
This is before the Mother and the Ashland. I don't know if that I don't know if the boss was called the Mother, something like that. The one for the Ashlands. By this point, the Ashlands literally was nothing. Like, at this point of the game, the Ashlands, the Deep North, the Mistlands, they were nothing. They were just empty biomes. And we had a cool base in the Mistlands, actually. We didn't go there too much for things, but yeah. But just at the end here, when me and him were just sitting around this boss after this almost 100-hour adventure we had shared together, like,
That was fun.
damn. I can't even describe how it felt sitting there.
Well,
I know we're just kind of playing it off like nothing, but like, goddamn.
it's kind of sad that that's it. I wish that.
Why?
Well,
And we were also on a deadline. Like, we necessarily didn't want to beat up Moder and Yagaluth. I'm gonna be honest, I had to look over there to figure out his name. I remember Moder, Bone Mass, Elder. Oh, I should know his name. I know his name. I swear to God I do. It's making me mad that I don't. Like, it's on my tongue. I know it. It's just a big, stupid word, and I can't think of it. Dude, I know it, though. I do. I'm gonna look it up, but, like, I know what it is. Dear Boss Valheim. Eikthyr. I knew it. Okay. But yeah, dude, this final
this
moment
world
there,
is
like,
dead now.
We were on a deadline, that's what I was talking about. Because basically, the Mistlands update was literally... It came out of nowhere, the announcement that it was coming out. And basically, me and Nick were on a deadline before this world wouldn't work anymore. Because it was so heavily modded. Odds are, not all the mods ever even got updated to that point. And, it was incompatible. We were never able to play it again after this. This was literally the last time we were ever in this
We
world.
can't
that
play
we
it again
spent
after the next
almost
update comes
100
out.
hours
Well,
in.
that's not true.
It was true. We tried it. Well, I tried it and it didn't work. And then Nick had already deleted the mod pack by that point. But yeah. There are a lot of really good experiences I've had with this channel. Cuphead. Yeah, I was saying, oh, I'll do Act 1, I'm not gonna beat the whole game. I went back and beat that shit twice! Twice I beat Cuphead. Yes, I'm gonna gloat about that, cause goddamn, that game is hard. I did it once with Tobin. Me and Tobin also beat the DLC together. That is a whole nother level of nightmarish. Oof. But we did it. We did do it. Again, not on the channel. It was never on the channel to begin with, by the way, when me and Tobin did that. But if it was, it would be gone now because he was in it. I beat it by myself. That's still up. It was all live streamed. Yes. I fucking hate the Iron Giant. Oh my god, I remember this. Oh, I remember all the garbage that I posted around this time. This is when I literally didn't have a computer anymore. So I was just like... I mean, I did somewhat. I uploaded a few old videos. And then I came back. Like, this is the point I came back. This is the video with Nolan. And man, I remember the April Fool's Adventure. I loved doing this. This was really, really fun. Now, it's not as impactful. This is definitely one of the really big ones, though, that I really loved doing with Nick. Like, we had a really fun time with that. I enjoyed that experience. I appreciate that. And then, what else was I saying? Oh yeah, back here, Spooky Bartholomew. It was gonna be a musical, ultimately, of all my songs that I've sung in Phasmophobia, but I got too lazy to do that. But yeah, I'll show you the trailer. So I literally had nothing to upload because I didn't have a computer for a while. So, I made this using iMovie Trailer. Wow. Bartholomew. Who is Bartholomew? is a fire song. That's Tobin. The one and only bit of Tobin that's left. What was that last thing? What holidays are in November? Maryland. Beautiful. Damn. Yo, it's Tobin. It's me and Nick. Who the fuck is Stretch Toes Johnny? Executive producer Stretch Toes Johnny. Who is Bartholomew again? I'm glad I at least fucking Stretch Toes Johnny. Okay. Beautiful. Man, well, I'm honestly having a really fun. I could do this all day, dude. Not even just for the next hour that I'm gonna be here. Edward! Oh, I remember doing this. Dude, there aren't too many things aside from like the back rooms that me, Aiden, Owen, and Nolan all do together. But dude, Edward is something that we all joined together, and it was a blast every time we played. I loved playing Edward. I think overall it kind of suffered from some updates and never really expanded enough to the point that it was really too good and worth continuing playing, but I was going to say from time to time we still play, but we don't really. I mean, we didn't abandon it in the sense that we never play it again, because from time to time, we did go back. We replayed it a few times. Like, there is some gaps between us playing it, and then there's another one up there somewhere that we played it. This game, I uploaded like one episode every 6 months. I have one that's unreleased, and I never finished the game. I like the game, I just kind of forgot about it. But yeah, this is a bad Sons of the Forest series. Don't watch it. Me and Nolan literally didn't even go near each other, and for this whole thing, we were just essentially pissed off at each other. Like, very pissed off at each other the entire time. Like, oh wait, no, this is the solo one. I hated this experience as well. I rage quit eventually. I didn't upload the video I rage quit in. I don't remember why I quit. But I think I just get so fed up with the game. I hated this game for a long time. I really did. Sea of Thieves. Dude, I'm really bad at Sea of Thieves. I'm not a huge fan of the game overall. But, like, when me, Nolan, Aiden, and Owen played that together, Nolan honestly was the life of the party. He made that game fun. I loved doing that. It was fun with them, specifically. And then this Minecraft series, dude, this is, like, of all my dumbassery and all the god-awful Minecraft content using 1 IQ that you've seen up to this point, this is where my Minecraft skill revolutionizes, and I mean that in every sense of the word. Combat, building, knowledge, skill, abilities, speed. Like, it's speed at doing things, I more so mean. Dude, this is where everything booms. And we spend over 500 in-game days in this world, and we love it. Me, Nolan, Aiden, absolutely love this world. Not my favorite Minecraft project. I hesitate to say second favorite because me and Aiden have done a lot of Minecraft projects, but this is definitely the longest lasting one ever. It definitely isn't my favorite. My favorite is Owen's Funky Place. I'll get to that in a bit. We are definitely talking about Owen's Funky Place tonight. Don't worry. This project, though, I love this project. I even rewatched some of the videos today still. Like, dude, overall, it was just... This is my first real Minecraft world ever. And my only one. And what I mean by that is not just a world that I have some goal or like just a crazy modded adventure. Now, there are mods in this, yeah. It's not heavily modded. Like, the biggest one is Alex's mobs, and by the point that we really start getting involved with that, it's like episode 35. By that point, then we start getting more involved with that, like going to the world border, getting a bunch of animal stuff. Over here, we're pretty much back to just normal stuff, but there's never a massive focus on the mod stuff. It just spices it up a little bit. To me, it just feels like a vanilla plus sort of thing. But this is just like the first real world that I genuinely play. That isn't just like a crazy mod to the point it's not even Minecraft anymore. Like, this is just pretty much a basically vanilla world. That just I play with friends. We do all the normal Minecraft stuff, grinding for gear, getting enchantments, building bases, just exploring the world. No crazy shaders required, no game-changing mods, just literally playing Minecraft. And we do it for such a long time. And you know what? This is another one of those things. It's gone now. This world doesn't exist anymore. The reason behind it not existing is entirely my fault. Now, me and Nolan played this over the end of a school year, through all of summer, and pretty much, I think, till around Christmas the following year. And then, you know, we got a bunch of other stuff for Christmas. We got other big games. I started buying things on the Steam sale. I was doing other Minecraft series. And games with other people and stuff. And the thing is, what I didn't know is Eternos had a cancellation thing. Like, in case you don't know, I hosted this world on Eternos. And honestly, I think the time that they canceled it, honestly wasn't that bad. Because we hit the 500 days mark. I did the big tour video showing everything I did. I did one more video after it, that's this one, where I just kind of hung out with my pets for a little bit, going on an adventure. It's not a very impactful episode. This was honestly a perfect place to end it off, really. Like, if it had to end throughout the series, this would be the place for it to go. I don't regret it ending here, the series. But Eternos, it hosts all these worlds for free. And if the worlds are inactive for a really long time, they will delete the worlds automatically. Now, they don't just do this without warning you. They email you, they're like, hey, let us know within such and such amount of time. We'll keep the world open if you want us to, or just if you start using it again, we'll just automatically assume you don't want us to do this. So, it got deleted sometime in December. Me and Nolan, about halfway through January, we wanted to play it. So we hopped onto Eternos, but I couldn't find it. So I was confused. I spent a while looking, making sure my account was all good. And then I checked my account info, and my email was attached to it, so I was like, okay, I'm going to check my email. And they had sent me an email saying, hey, you guys have been inactive on this world for a while, like, we're going to delete it soon if you don't respond to it. You have, like, a week or whatever to respond to this email. By the point I saw this message, that email had been sent over 3 weeks ago. Almost a month by the point that I saw it. The world was gone. I had never made a backup on it. That's on me. I asked them if there was any way for them to restore it. They said no. I was like, darn. But, yeah. I loved that world. I did so much in that world. Nolan, me, Aiden. I mean, Aiden was much less a part of this world, but whatever. But yeah, I loved that world. It's gone now. Man, so many things that I absolutely love. Like, defining things of my life, I would even go as far to say. I mean, this world wasn't nearly as big in the scheme of things, but like, until reality ends, that's gone. The secret lab, it's gone. This world, it's gone. Valheim, it's gone. I'll never be able to have those exact experiences again, no matter what I do. Those will never happen again. And honestly, I'm somewhat okay with that, because I have those experiences. And you know what? If I want to relive them a little bit, they're all right here for me. And anyone else that wants to go through them. There's plenty of other fun stuff, but all those things are gone forever. And like I keep saying, it was such an incredible experience to get to do all these things. And I am so happy that I did. Oh, yeah. Here's another game that I literally never played again after the first day. Anywho. me and Aiden's old horror series. I loved that series. That was fun. I'm not regretful that we ended it because it was getting to the point that it was just repetitive and boring. I'm glad we ended it when we did. Like, we tried to fight that guy. We realized he was unkillable at the time. That was a good... We technically made one more episode after that, but it wasn't very good, so I never uploaded it, and we never played again after that. I feel like this was a good episode to end it off on. I feel like by that point it was getting a bit stale. This episode I don't even like that much. Every other episode I feel like works well by being either scary, funny, or just having a general plot that you can follow. Like, I feel like you could hop into any of these episodes and enjoy it for what it's worth. This episode, the best ones in the series, in my opinion, these three are just pure comedy. This one is less comedy, but this one is more like a balanced episode where we're actually not just getting set back to zero. This one is impressive, but these two are just fucking comedy, because we just die and lose everything so many times. I think in this episode, like, Aiden loses, like, our best weapon, like a diamond sword, by falling into that stupid moat. I go mining, get a bunch of iron, fall into the moat, and lose it all. Like, I think that's the end of the episode. Like, I go mining.
Okay, so
for a while. Yeah, there I am in the caves. We're going like crazy, getting a bunch of stuff. Yep. I'm coming home with all the iron, the golden apple, whatever else I have.
Very nicely for us. Oh, you're kidding. Yeah, every single item I own just burned in the lava.
Dude, we lose hours to this moat. We built this to keep monsters out. It literally does nothing for us. I think there's one time ever that it actually stops the man from the fog from getting us. But if you go near him anyway, he literally just smites you with the power of Zeus. And I made the mistake of walking close enough to him that I just got zapped out of existence and all my stuff it gets destroyed anyway, even though he's in the moat. And he's fireproof. Also, during this episode, I spend like 3 full Minecraft days getting wood, getting stuff to build my watchtower. And, I fall into the moat, or I get killed by the lightning strike by that guy. It literally takes me over an hour just to get the bare resources for this, because I keep dying to the stupid moat. Oh, man. It was just... That was a fun world. But you know what? That built into something else, this Skyrim thing. I don't know, you'd think that would be more impactful to me. It was fun, but I more so just viewed it as, like, a challenge thing. By this point, like... I feel like it's harder to have such an impactful thing, because by this point I play video games so much, like, I play hundreds of hours of Elden Ring. Like, the fact that I'm just like, I'm gonna play 24 hours of Skyrim, that was just kind of an on-the-whim decision. Like, Valheim, the Minecraft world, Until Reality Ends, SCP, that was different. That was like, I really wanted to do this. I really loved playing it. This was just kind of me going, I want to do it. I mean, yeah, it was fun. I had a lot of funny moments in this. There were good fights, fun videos. Like, this was a fun experience. I'm not denying that. It just doesn't feel as impactful to me. But overall, I liked it. I had fun with that. I don't remember if this was modded, or if I just did vanilla. I think I did vanilla.
We're on to die or something. I don't even
Okay, yeah. This was literally my first time ever really playing the game. Before this, the only experience with it I ever had, I played it once, got through the whole, this area, Helgen exploding and stuff. I got to Riverwood and just started beating people up, and then they hated me, and I didn't know how to surrender or, like, stop getting attacked. And I couldn't beat the people of Riverwood, so literally every time I would play the game... Well, the only time I played the game, I just got beaten to death to the local civilians because I was being an ass to them. And from that point on, I decided I hated Skyrim. But I'm glad I gave it another chance because I really like the game. I just always get bored, like, partway through. Because basically, I've never completed the main campaign in this. But I have, like, 100 hours in the game. I just basically run around doing side quests. I always do the same ones. I do the Dark Brotherhood. That's really it. And then a bunch of, fun side quests or whatever. But I typically do the Dark Brotherhood for the 20,000 gold. Then I don't really know what to do next. Even though it's so expensive, I just get kind of bored typically with my playthroughs. Anywho, Lethal Company. My first 2 episodes are really bad, mostly because I didn't want to be playing it. I didn't like the game by that point. I don't like Lethal Company that much. Most of my Lethal Company videos, though, are so good. I mean that genuinely. I'm not just saying that to be like, oh yeah, I'm watching my videos, they're great. Like, they are so funny, except for these first 2. I was heavily multitasking. I was literally talking to Mary the whole time, and just was like somewhat focused on the game, not really. Pixelmon. I hated Pixelmon. But you know why I was uploading it? I mean, look at the views on these. Okay, Satisfactory actually performed pretty well. Me and Aiden have a great time at Satisfactory. I'm not even going to lie to you. I love Satisfactory. That was fun. Eventually, it just got too grindy, so we stopped really having fun, and we didn't really just want to go crazy with it. So, this game kind of died out with us. Because we definitely weren't as committed to it as you have to be to really progress in that game. But we had fun with it for a while. Pixelmon, though, I only played it as much as I did because it got so many views. For a while I had fun with it, but Anyway, what I was saying earlier about our horror series here, that built into... I see us, the death compilations here, and older attempts. That made this. This video, we spent 69 days in Minecraft from the Fog. I love this. I loved making this with Aiden. And you know what? The end is actually so stupid. The way we die... Well, he doesn't die. I die. He doesn't. The reason we stop the world is because is he going to just play 30 days by himself while I'm in spectator mode? No. I offered him to, but he didn't want to. And by the end, we literally don't even feel the anger yet because we're just so shocked at what happens. But yeah. Shockingly, I'm not going to tell you exactly what happened, but living this high up on a blood moon with mutant monsters isn't a good idea. Because if you fall, it's often fatal. And when I fell, Aiden could have technically revived me, and I had 10 seconds left on my revive counter, and he was like, oh, leave and rejoin. And I did that, and it doesn't give you more time when you do that, which we both knew beforehand, so I don't know why I did that. So in that, like... By the point I rejoined the game, like, even if he had joined, he would have had less than 10 seconds to load into the game before I was dead for good anyways. It was like, dude, you just killed me. So, yeah, whatever. This was really fun. I liked this. And, you know, at the beginning, I think it's definitely better, because, like, we go from wandering around, we live in this village for a little bit, we migrate out to another area... I feel like it definitely gets less exciting over time, because, like, around an hour in, we start living at this village, and this is literally where we are for the rest of the series, like, this village here. That doesn't necessarily mitigate it in many ways, it's just a lot of the video, I am literally just on this roof. Now, I keep things interesting, I feel like. There's a lot of monster hunting, surviving stuff. We do go on expeditions, like I think you saw us in the caves a little bit ago. We have one crazy... Dude, we survived some of the craziest stuff in this world. And the fact that I died just because curiosity got me outside of my house...
That waterway is a bad...
Dude, there's one moment in a cave. I want to show you.
Dude, if I hadn't...
Oh my god, I had seconds!
Oh yeah, this was a crazy one.
Hey.
Dude, this one is, like, the siren...
Shoot him!
Like, I had to go down to revive him because he was running out of time, but this thing could, like, two-shot me. So if I got hit once, that could be it.
8 seconds.
He had 8 seconds.
6,
The
5,
thing despawned at perfect
I am.
timing. Like, if it didn't...
Dude, if I hadn't...
Oh my god, I had seconds!
He had less than
Dude,
5
if
seconds.
I
I
hadn't...
had seconds!
If I hadn't gone down when I...
That's not even our closest call. We have a few very close calls on this. The absolute closest call... What was that total? The closest to losing it that we ever get. We go mining. Actually, like, right before the end, we decided to go on a mining expedition to get some iron. And while we're down there, we're being so careful not to go in caves. Because we know the risk of it. Like, if you go into a cave, you're going to get skeleton by dwellers.
So many noises are happening right now.
And they have higher spawn rates in caves as well. I'm not even healed. You just
Okay, this is after that.
Timekeeper.
keep going, keep going.
But what happens?
Oh my god.
Okay, no. It's after that.
Say, I think it might be safe to go in that cave because it's a deep dark. What the hell? Oh, that's a skeleton.
Okay, eventually I make the genius decision
Put down the cave.
But why do we...
to step into a cave for like
The water. into the
5
water portion. You know what?
seconds, and it.
I think we're
It's fine, I
safe
got
in
more
underwater.
Yeah, the water is safe. Blah 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 blah. I'm starting to get more
You don't dig
confident
into an
doing this.
underwater.
And then
Well, I bought.
The water...
I'm trying to find it because it is like crazy
where
what
is it?
happens. I want to. Okay, yeah. Around here.
Peek.
Yeah. So see, I open up into this, and I'm like, I'm gonna take a peek.
chest right over there.
Stay in there.
Well, I will give it to you. Wait, maybe I have good luck. I'll open it for you.
Aiden screws me over so bad right here. I go to just hop back down. You see what that asshole did?
Let me in!
I realized pretty damn quick that I'm stuck up there. At least I react quickly, but this guy can fit through one block gap, so he's in there with me despite the fact that he doesn't really look like it. And I actually have a smart idea here.
Mine underneath me and drop me down!
What?
Mine underneath me and drop me down!
The problem with this plan, I don't think I necessarily realized that he was on the same block I was and could fit through one block gaps. That is what almost cost us a series.
Right.
Hurry!
Super loud.
You gotta hurry! My shield's gonna break and I'll die if you don't go fast! Mine underneath me and drop me! Okay?
Who's down here with us?
Yep.
Is he?
Yeah, it's still in me.
He went through
Go
that
back
gap
up and seal it up.
after Aiden.
I just found it in the chest.
Are you okay?
Probably not. When Dylan, he is just train wrecking me.
Is he hitting you?
Yeah, he's killing me, alright.
Can you get away from him or are you trapped with him?
I think I'm pretty trapped. Unless, don't even risk it, Dylan. I'm going to die.
If you die, I'll make it.
I'm dead.
I'll get you!
No, it was the SCP, not Goatman.
Wait, is Goatman down there?
No, it was the SCP all along.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't Goatman.
Oh, I thought it was Goatman. Okay.
No, if it was Goatman, I would have been fine.
He's up on the tree.
I need to heal, but I'll be there.
If it's the SCP, then you could just go on and revive him.
Yeah, except for if I have no life, then he'll kill me. I'm on my way to you, Aiden. I swear to God. This plan does not work. This is the series right here.
You go into the cave.
What?
You had to go into the cave.
The thing is, that thing could sneak through that at any time because of its weird ass hitboxes. It could go through that and kill me. The reason that the series continues is that also, apparently the Corpse Stalker is out because it's saying it was running. Thank God it didn't spawn behind me. If literally anything went wrong, this guy glitched back in here, the Corpse Stalker spawned behind me, series would have ended right there. Now it does end, shit, in 10 minutes of video time because I fall off a cliff. But
Yeah, I see the Corpse Stalker.
oh, it's on him.
And Sander. And the other cave. And the Nimble. Oh, I died.
Now he is basically just pinned down here and stuck for a while.
Such a slow going.
But there are several times in the series that there's crazy stuff like that. Like, dude, eventually he gets up and the thing finally does go away. But this thing is like, that was fun. I loved that. That was a huge challenge. We did a hardcore challenge. We don't do any other hardcore challenges, I don't think. Oh my god, wait, if this is here, that means Silly Goose is around. Boom. Escape the Backrooms. I love that game. Me and Tobin played it way back in the day. Me, Aiden, Owen, and Nolan all play this together. It is such a fun game.
Like, escape the backrooms, that is something that brings us together. We've played through the campaign twice. We played it the second time. Sorry, I was dying. My voice has been dying for a while now, and I decided to do a few hours of just me talking straight. But here we are. But yeah, we just wanted to play through it, all the new levels. We did this with, their last update. I recorded it, but my files, like, died while I was trying to upload it, and it was such a good video, and I was so mad. But this one, I compiled it all into a mega movie, and it's our full game. I mean, when I say full, I don't mean uncut. The real uncut thing was probably closer to 20 hours, if I'm being real with you. But yeah, no, dude, this was super fun. I love that. I love that every time we play it. And I think there's one more major update scheduled for this game. We're going to do that. And like I said earlier, there's like an ultimate in difficulty mod that I think we're going to try out. But other than that, we'll see for the game. Then I had a 10-minute compilation of some silly moments. But yeah, and all the Lethal Company videos. Now, I might hate Lethal Company, but when we're all playing it together, we got a bunch of people in there, Nolan's friends, a whole lot of crazy mods. And see, what did I tell you about us not completely abandoning Edward? We go back from time to time. But yeah. It's fun. I think I even live streamed it after that point at some point, or at least made another video on it. I'm not sure when, but I know I played it since then as well. But yeah, all the Lethal Company videos, aside from those first, I think it's 4 ultimately that I do with just like me and Nolan unmodded. After that, every time you see a Lethal Company for me, I guarantee you it is a good video. But yeah, Michaelcraft, ignore that. That's garbage. PUBG. Yeah, I wanted to play it for some reason. Oh boy. I'm just now realizing what we're getting to. Randomize Elden Ring. Now I love Elden Ring. I never did like a full playthrough of Elden Ring on the channel for a few reasons. Number 1, somebody exploded my graphics card shortly after this. And by that point I had already played through the full thing of Elden Ring several times. I just didn't live stream it because it was pretty laggy with OBS. My computer isn't really meant to stream something that big. Now, number 2, shortly after this incident, somebody decimated my graphics card. Like, to this day, I literally can't really play Elden Ring that efficiently anymore. Just got exploded. And this mod made it crash a bunch of times. I don't really think I highlighted that on the videos, but it did crash a lot. Like, it was laggy. And it literally took so long to edit these, because I had, like, the last 2 episodes was me going down. This is the most dedicated I ever was to editing a video. And it took so long. And the returns on it were not worth it. Like, I had a great time playing it. I even rewatched some of the boss fight moments in this one. I do wish, though, that I edited the last 2 a bit closer to how I did these ones. Because these ones, what I did is I showed me walking around, me getting items. But I realized that I literally gloss over me getting the rolled medallion in episode 3. It was located, you know, the grace right before you go up to the Ghost of Godfrey, the one that you have to climb up the big tree, and how there's normally that, what is it called, the gargoyle guy standing there in the golden tree right there. It was there. That's where the rolled medallion was. But in the first 2, I went over getting my sword, even getting a rune that gave me a few thousand runes that boosted me a few levels. Like, I didn't just go over every item, but helpful stuff like that I went over. I talked about my experience. But the thing is, after I posted the first 2 videos, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to win the game. Because I spent, like, episode 3 definitely took me the longest out of any of them to actually make. Because it took so long to actually progress through there. There's several bosses I literally forgot about. And the reason I didn't show getting all this stuff is literally because I forgot it. It's just that. There's nothing else behind it. I just literally forgot to do it. And after I forgot it even happened, for that matter, like, I finished recording episode 3. It took me such a long time. Then I was struggling a lot with episode 4. Honestly, no. Episode 4 took the longest, but by that point I was committed to win. I wasn't going to give up. But episode 3, by that point it was still early enough that I could back out. I just was hesitant to, if it got too bad. And by that point, I had never even fought some of the like, I had never fought Moog. I had never fought Melania. I didn't even know about, well, I somewhat knew about Moog, but I had even been to Mogwin Palace in my first playthrough. I just was somehow so oblivious that I didn't realize you literally just walk straight and you get to the boss fight. I literally couldn't find it. I was so confused. I didn't even necessarily know it was Moog. I didn't know what it was. I mean, I guess that would be somewhat evident with it being Mogwin Palace and all, but whatever. Anywho, yeah. So by the point I was into episode 4, I was like, okay, just to make sure I actually beat this before I beat episode 3, I'm going to finish making episode 4. So I edited these right after making it. Like, basically how I did it was I recorded until my PC ran out of storage. Then I got a bunch of storage back, started saving videos to my other drive. That wasn't really a problem. I could have like 300 gigabytes of Elden Ring videos saved to my computer, which is ultimately about what it was by the point I was editing these and making the final product. But by that point, I didn't have to worry about storage. I didn't have to worry about getting a video out in a timely manner. So I spent a long time on this. I took a big gap break between this. I mean, it says like 10 months, 9 months. So I'm gonna show you the gap between this. This was May 31st, June 20th. That's almost a month between those two coming out. And like, I started recording stuff for episode 3 after I finished this. I think I waited a few days before I actually started editing this because I still had a little bit of storage left. It was just a good breaking point at the end of this, so I ended it there. So I think I did start episode 3 when this ended, waited a few days, then I made this video so I would have storage for episode 3. So like, yeah. Now, while I don't dislike episode 3 and 4, I think they're still very good. I think episode 3 I somewhat maintain some of the things I did for episode 1 and 2, like going to a few random places, fighting some extra bosses. Episode 4, I definitely don't do that. Like, this one I feel like I do a better job of it, but still not a great job. Overall, though, I think these videos are very well done. I personally, they're some of my favorite work, at least editing-wise, or actually making sophisticated content, because usually my editing consists of just me cutting stuff. But honestly, I don't really need to do much more. I'm not trying to make YouTube a career. I'm just doing this literally just for fun. That was the hardest I ever worked on something, though. And I will say, I was very happy with the finished product. But I did miss a bunch of bosses. Like, I think I skip out on a few things. I know I go to the mansion. And I fight whoever's there. I don't remember who's in the mansion. When I'm saying the mansion, I mean Volcano Manor. I don't remember who was there, but I know I did it. I also went to Mogwin Palace in that. That's when I first discovered how to actually get to the boss fight. In that playthrough. Not even in the video, because I literally just forgot about it by the point I was making the videos. Because I had finished these, and then by the point I finished this one, so much of my last few, because for like a week straight, I was literally just on the last few bosses. Like, Moog, well, it's not really Moog. What would be Godfrey was Moog followed by Nile. And I had never fought Moog before, and it was really hard. I was really underleveled. I had to go back and do a bunch of extra stuff. That's when I fought some of those other bosses, like at the Mogwin Palace or Volcano Manor. But that really wasn't my biggest concern when I was making the video, because obviously I wasn't thinking about, oh, I also went to these places. I was thinking about, okay, I had like a 7-hour grinding thing for Moog. Here's me fighting Moog a bunch of times. That's what I'm going to put into the video. That was my thought process. So I wasn't nearly as concerned about thinking of, oh, I got to include all the ways I got money. I got to include all the things I did to level up. I think I glossed over most of that. I kind of mentioned it very briefly for one of the ways I got money. But other than that, like, you just see me jumping from like 10 flasks, or like 8 flasks plus 2 to like 12 flasks plus 6 or something at some point in the video. like, my main concern was just, like, and my main memory, instead of going through 17 hours of footage, or however long it was, I don't remember, and I don't feel like scrolling through the video until I say it verbally, instead of just looking for these little moments, I was mostly like, okay, I see a boss bar on the bottom of the screen, I'm gonna stop here, unpause for a bit, show a clip from this fight, and then move on. That was really my thought process behind it. That would be my only regret about this series, but overall, I absolutely loved making it. I had fun playing it. I mean, by the point of the whole last two bosses being, like, what would be Godfrey and Ratigan, I wasn't having fun anymore because Moog really took it out of me, but oh well. Overall, I pretty much enjoyed it. And then all these little things I do with Aiden, I mean, I call them little, but they're not really, like, this one, the second movie, we gotta get it out, because the second movie is so good. We do a bunch of the other bosses, we fight the Witherstorm. The reason that I think I have to make this now, because I think I deleted the mod pack. But, yeah, because there was one point I was getting rid of a bunch of stuff, and I pretty much wiped CurseForge, so I do think I don't have the mod pack anymore. Oh well. So I could put the second movie together and release it. I probably will. Just, it's not my top priority right now. But there's a lot more that happened to that. Like this one, that was big. This one, that was a One Piece mod. Like, these were really fun. I love these big projects with him. Next up, Evolving Horror Nightmare, EHN. This is a series that I really liked. We stopped playing it, mostly because it was buggy. And I don't think Nolan liked it very much. Me, Aiden, and Nolan played this, and I didn't really want it to be like our last Minecraft Worlds where the three of us were together, and it was pretty much just me and Aiden, or me and Nolan, because Aiden is on a much more limited time frame than Nolan is. Like, me and him could literally just hop on at any point. I didn't want it to be that. So number one, we all had to be on. Number two, it had to be actually working. And number three, it's hard for it to be working because you might notice that, take note of that first word, evolving. Every 10 in-game days or so, we would add more horror mods to the game to make it harder, which would often make it more laggy, and it was a whole ordeal. I know I released like 5 of them, and I know there's a big gap between episode 4 and 5. Yeah, the 8 months to 6 months. And episode 6 is like, it's up to day 60, and I think we're on day like 57. We just stopped. It just got really buggy. There were a lot of problems with it. We do intend on finishing it. It's just not our top priority right this second. But we'll do it. It's just, again, it's not something that we're necessarily focused on right now. I do really like the series. There literally wasn't a point ever while playing this that I was like, man, this is dumb, I don't like this. I always liked the EHN world. That was fun. We always enjoyed it. We always made the best of it, even if it was crazy. This video, absolutely loved. I mean, me and Nolan played a lot of this game. What was it called? Ghost Recon Wildlands. I made several videos on it, but for the main one that I had, I had basically, 3 of them. Or no. Yeah, 3 of them. This one was the third one. The first one was us starting off the game, going around on adventures. The second one, it was like a 45-minute video. The second one was like a 2.5-hour one. We cleared the whole first area, did a bunch of stuff. But what I didn't realize is I accidentally was just recording a black screen the whole time, so I didn't actually capture it. So at that point, I figured, why upload the first video by that point if it's just going to be like a 45-minute thing and then it doesn't get continued? And this one was just like, we went to a new area and this whole thing is just one really hard mission. So I figure, why not just do that one? And it's a good video. It was a fun mission. And there would probably be more content on this game. It's just literally Ubisoft wiped my account and would not help me retrieve it. I sent a bunch of emails to them being like, yo, guys, you literally stole my stuff on my account, gave me no reasoning. And they're like, oh, we're sorry to hear about that. Never said anything to me again. They didn't ban me from Ubisoft or anything. They literally just took all the stuff off my account for no reason, and I never was able to access it again. So I lost like $40 worth of stuff on that. Never have trusted them since. Never have used something on Ubisoft again. Anyway, this one, I'm trying to go kind of quick because I want to get to Owen's Funky Place. Basically, I want to talk about that for a little bit because it's getting late. My voice is entirely dead, and I have work tomorrow, and the main part of my job is taking orders from people for 4 hours straight. So I don't think they'd appreciate it if I can't talk. So, yeah, this was a fun world. I spent 100 days in a modded thing. I tried to base it around, like, what our old Minecraft world, the one that was lightly modded. But, I mean, as you can tell by that thumbnail, this one's a bit more modded. I still had a lot of fun with it, though. Overall, that was a pretty cool world. I like that. Trying to think of other crazy big things that I did. This one. Another 8-in movie. I'm trying to think of what one is my favorite. We'll get to Sons of the Forest. Don't worry. Out of the 8-in movies, we have the medieval one, SCP, horror. Is that it? And One Piece. I want to say SCP, but I don't know. They were all really fun in their own unique way. I'm going to say medieval because that one was just so expansive. Like, you haven't seen any of the movie 2 stuff, but it was just so expansive and legendary. Like, I think we could have kept playing that for hours and hours if we didn't add the Witherstorm mod. It just literally made everything so laggy, and I don't think the mod was actually working properly. I think we're just going to have to /give ourselves... Oh, wait, no, because if I deleted the mod pack, I can't just /give us the F-bomb and the command block X, because I think that's what we would have to do if we were to finish that. And that would be a proper finale to the world. I don't know if I kept that mod pack, though, because if I deleted it, then that's just too bad. Anyway, that one was good. Now, out of any video on my channel that I would say, go watch this, it would be this one. If I could say to everyone, there is one video I would say above all, watch it, it would be this one. I'm going to play through the intro. It's not very good. It was longer, but I messed it up, so I had to cut it in half. This is mostly for my own nostalgia. This project took us almost 2 years to make. I'm not lying when I say that. This genuinely took us almost 2 years. And in the first, like, week, we did, like, 20 days. Just let that be for whatever it's worth. And we don't make it to 100 days. We make it to, like, I think 75. Now, this wasn't a hardcore world. We die a lot. The reason we stop is that there really just wasn't enough content, and we didn't really just want to keep building. Because by the end, we've already built quite a few things, and we just really didn't see a point. But we do so much in this world. Like, we play through the game. We take our time in the game as well. We don't even go for the end of the campaign until, like, I think it's day 50. Around that was our original plan. I don't know if we wait till later or do it a little bit earlier. But after that, we have, like, a big tournament that we're like, hey, we're going to do a PvP tournament. Go across the world, build your own base. Whoever gets the most points after so many days, you get armor for an ultimate final battle. Whoever wins that is the grand champion. I won't spoil that for you at all. And then they, like, while during this time, the game still wasn't fully out yet, so they kept releasing more content. We're getting more caves, more blueprints, more things to see and explore. Then the big 1.0 dropped. Like, we got to beat the game a second time, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean it puts you back a bit. So you got to explore some of the other key locations again, see how they had changed, go back through the boss fights, see how they had changed as well. Like, it was cool getting to go through it a second time and get a bunch of the cool loot back, refighting the awesome bosses. That was fun. That's one of the last things we did. We did that. Me and Aiden got the artifact. Honestly, I feel like there was definitely more we could have done, like, at the end, because we had access to the artifact, like, the teleportation structures, the generating solifite things, like, there were definitely things we could have kept doing at the end, but realistically, I don't think it would have really taken us to day 100. So really, we just, by the end of it, kind of max out what the game is for what it's worth. And I think we do a great job. Like, literally, there is not a single second in this video that we are not enjoying it. At least to some extent. Like, we might get frustrated at points or something, but, like, I genuinely mean it when I say for the entirety of this video, there is not a moment that we are not having fun. Now, I will say, though, I'm really annoyed with one thing. Because in the middle of this video, for some reason, I'm going to show you where. I think it's around 3 hours in. More? Oh, no, it still isn't the 3-hour mark. For some reason, it freezes on this. No sound, no nothing. This is like around the 1.0 update too, so when all the new cool stuff is coming out. And then boom. Then eventually it switches to this. It does that for like 40 minutes. Maybe like a little more.
Oh, come at me, bro, huh?
And then it cuts to here. I don't know why it did that. I literally can't remove it through YouTube's editing software. I would have to record over the YouTube video, pause and unpause it. And that would mean just either setting an alarm for myself at 2 a.m. to unpause this, or just sitting here for literally 8 hours. And that's not something I'm very interested in doing. I don't remember if I left a comment saying... Oh, no, that's Nolan. But yeah, no, dude, it is such a good time. Eventually, we take such a long break from it in the middle. I don't even remember why necessarily, but by the point we come back, finish it, we do the rest of the games and stuff. Of all the videos on my channel, if I had to say watch one, I would say this one. And I know it's 8 hours long, but in my opinion, at least, it's worth the watch. And plus, you get to skip out on some 40 minutes. Unless you want to spend this time to reflect on how this video impacts the socioeconomic status of the world. I personally wouldn't, but to each their own. And then you can tell the point where I stop focusing nearly as much on YouTube. Oh yeah, we had this one as well. We do more of that as well. We started making another one of these, but I never really uploaded it. Kind of like... Oh yeah, that's my inscription thing. I remember saying earlier in the video, like, I made an actual inscription video, but there's no way you could tell what it is, because I named the video kind of like Olives, and that's the not PFP, that's the, thumbnail. Like, dude, this is inscription. I actually beat the main guy in this. I wish I stopped recording there, because I never played again, and I don't really know if I want to, but yeah, no, I beat this guy. I wish I ended it there. Whatever. Too bad. I actually do it pretty fast. It doesn't even take me too many attempts. And then, yeah, you can really tell when my main focus to this is going down. Like, with videos called We Do Be Pilgrims, Subnautica Episode 3 with Windhelm Guard. Subnautica Communism? It has nothing to do with communism. Or wait, no, I do actually name one of my Seamoths Communism, but I don't know if that's in that video at all. I literally just found a picture in my library of me being Belgian communists in Hearts of Iron, so I made it that and just named it that. Subnautica episode... I mean, at least that one's something aquatic. This one's just Italian bread. We do be pilgrims. These are at least pictures from the actual game. Oh my god, this video. Ooh, that game was... We're not even gonna get into it. But finally, I only have 20 minutes to talk about Owen's Funky Place. And that is a damn tragedy. Owen's Funky Place. Now you might think with a name like that, that can't be anything great. But then when you look at the 3 videos, technically 4, but we're going to ignore this one for right now. That one doesn't really count as a video. I'll explain why. These are all like almost 11 hours long. This is almost 36 hours straight of content. I was just basing that on a 12-hour margin, though. And this is cropped. Believe me when I say it is cropped. If you're like staying awake and like playing a normal Minecraft world, sleeping some nights, it might take 20-ish hours to get 100 days. This is 36 hours of recorded content. There is a hell of a lot more time. I am going to tell you with near certainty that almost 1,000 days were spent in this world. Whether I was in all of them or not is its own story. This is what I'm sure many other people have had in their time. But this world is my absolute dream. A massive friend group in a huge Minecraft PvP server. Like, I never had that. I never had a friend group. I tried to make a few servers. You might remember my old Lifesteal series. I even tried to make a second one. I'm pissed off at you guys. Yes, you yucky, stupid subscriber people. Because 30 of you were like, oh, yeah, I want to play. But then I started it and nobody played it. Even though I got you all into the Discord server, spent like $40 on the stupid server. And then the first day, it was looking promising. That was the last day it looked promising. It was fun for about a week. Not because anybody else was on. It was literally just my team and one other person. That was it. And I killed that other person when PvP started. But it was a mod pack for Lifesteal. I told everybody what the mod pack was in advance. Everybody was like, heck yeah, we want to do that. I got 30 people into a Discord server, or at least almost 30. That server still exists even. Hang on, I can tell you how many people never even bothered to leave it. Give me a minute. I don't know where I put it. I think I tossed it in a folder. Okay, I can't find it. I don't think I deleted the server. Oh no, it's right there. It's not even in a folder. Okay. There's still 14 people in it. Most of them left. But there were like 30 though. There were 30 people in that all saying they wanted to play it. I was so excited to do that. I spent hours with my team online every day. Eventually, I mean, I think we realized that nobody's playing it. So we just kind of played it for a bit and then, you know. Eventually I was like, hey, I don't really want to be paying for this if nobody's going to use it. I tried to repurpose it. I was like, hey, does anybody just... I put up a post saying, do people want to just play normal vanilla Minecraft but with Lifesteal instead of the mod? After advertising for the mod and getting everybody to join for the mod. And everybody was like, yeah, we want to do that. So I deleted the modded one and nobody played the vanilla one. So then I just canceled my subscription. That is the last time I tried to do a big public event thing. Anywho, Owen's Funky Place though. This is vanilla Minecraft. No mods installed at all.
Brian, you play.
Vanilla is vanilla. Now I know this looks modded. This is a minigame though. This is a minigame within Realms. I don't own the Realm. This Puppy Wars man does. That is Owen. Hence the name Owen's Funky Place. Why it is called Owen's Funky Place, that is... He didn't name it that. I did. I don't even remember what he named the realm. It was something brain-rotted and stupid. I know that much. I love this minigame. Like, this is the ideal dream. Like, you're playing that Minecraft world with a bunch of friends. You're building a secret base. You're going out making alliances, fighting people. Dude, this was literally my dream for years, to have something like this. And to have it actually happen. Dude, I can say with absoluteness, every spare minute of every day I had, whether I was the only one online or there were 10 of us, I was in this server grinding for stuff, exploring, doing things. This is the first time I'd ever played past 1.19, except for one other world. That big world that I spent the 500 days in, that was in 1.20, but I really never really explored many of the features that much, and to be fair, there weren't that many of them to begin with, so I had never played 1.21. This is my first time. I played Trial Chambers, I got the mace. I really hadn't played vanilla Minecraft, honestly, for a long time by this point, because I had been so accustomed to just playing modded worlds. Playing this and just, like, going off, exploring the base game, getting gear the way the game is intended for you to get it, like, using coordinates, trying to use the pie chart. Like, this is another big growth moment in my skill and ability in Minecraft. I learned a lot about redstone in this. I never build anything redstone, and did I do anything crazy in this world? No, not redstone-wise. Crazy as in the sense of crazy? Hell yes. That is how this world ended, as a matter of fact. The madness that ensued, mostly because of me. I am one of the big reasons that this world collapsed, but we'll get to that. But yeah, dude, overall, this world was incredible. This is one of those things that's going into that I will remember this forever category. Because this is an absolute dream of mine for years and years and years. To have it happen, to be a powerhouse in this server, to be in these big fights, and to be fair, I never lose a single fight in this server. Just saying. Do I win all of them? It depends what you mean when you say win. But I never lose. So, yeah. Take that for whatever it's worth. Whether you define winning as me getting what I want, the person dying, I might not win every fight, but overall I'd say I win. Or at least neither of us die. Like, there's a lot of moments where it's more so a draw, but I never once lose. Just saying. Kind of a pro gamer like that, you know? But man, Owen's funky place. I mean, I don't even know what to say about it, dude.
Oh my god!
Oh, wait. Yeah, Owen was running around.
Oh my god! Oh, I killed him!
So I'm just kind of shooting cows, and then,
Dude, this cow is crazy. Oh my god!
No, Owen doesn't make it. That one, I murder him. I don't remember. I think that's the first time I directly murder him. Indirectly, I kill him a bunch of times with the spike trap. Hang on, I'm gonna show you. I have a list of everybody that I kill somewhere. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna go into any of my live streams. Really, I just don't think I have the time. That's scary. This game is cool. I might play it again. I've honestly thought about it somewhat recently. I like that game. Basically, they're trying to Escape from Duckov. Alright, I want to play that again. The reason I stopped playing it is because I got really sick around that time, so that's why I stopped making content for a little bit. And then I went back to playing some Hearts of Iron. Then I was doing the Barotrauma, other stuff. That's why. There was no big reason. I would play that again. I just honestly kind of stopped remembering it. That's my bad more than anything. But yeah. I remember this. That world was back in the olden days. Before I had a brain. Anywho. What was I doing again? Oh yeah, post everybody I killed. Guys, you should watch this video. That is such a good video from Toast. Okay, yeah. No one's funky place. People I killed. This is in order. Well, I killed people more than once, but out of people in general, Philip, Owen, Ryan, Micah. If you want to figure out the stupidity behind that, you can watch it yourself. Nolan, Now, Nolan is my teammate. Well, indirectly my teammate. At the beginning of the game, we are direct teammates. I break off from his team, I think in episode 2, and am on my own for the rest of the series. Oh yeah, hey, I even talked about Escape from Duckov streams. And sent a picture of a brick, great. And then Mary only survived because I have self-control. Yeah, it took a lot of self-control not to kill him on the spot, but hey. You know? Yeah, anyway. And that might not seem like too many people, but like I said there, I didn't see everyone in the server. Like, there were plenty of people that I never even interacted with. Some people that I did interact with and didn't end up killing. Now, it wasn't hardcore or anything. Like, people can die and respawn. That's just people that I managed to kill. First one, Philip. And Nolan, the me killing him was somewhat trolling him. Micah was genuinely an accident. Ryan was also genuinely an accident. So that's like a third of my kills there that were just genuine accidents. The first time I killed Owen was definitely on purpose. But when he was in the cow pen, I mean, I was trying to shoot him, but I wasn't necessarily trying to kill him. Philip was definitely on purpose. Nolan was on purpose. Every time I kill Owen was on purpose. Yes, there were several times that it happened. I don't think I killed Philip more than once. Ryan I only killed once. It was genuinely an accident. But yeah, man, what a world. And I've been tabbed out of my... well, I doubt anybody's using in the chat and reminiscing with me about Owen's funky place. Yeah. You know? Yeah, I stand by that. Owen's funky place, though. That is one of my favorite things I ever did. Now, the reason why the server collapsed. Now, this is a bit of a spoiler, in case y'all, I know you all were just desperate to watch the entirety of Owen's funky place. The beginning of the end. After the Ender Dragon fight, the alliances and wars in the server somewhat died out. Because there was a massive conflict leading up to the Ender Dragon fight over Nolan versus, like, literally everyone, and his alliance was rapidly decreasing. So by the point the Ender Dragon fight actually happened and we were all in the same place, Nolan's team was me, somebody named Toby, and him. Everyone else that he had near the start was no longer on his team or had switched to the other central team, which was led by Owen. Toby and Nolan did not survive the dragon fight. I did, because I had been able to Switzerland my way to survival and maintained relative neutrality. But then, at the dragon fight, somebody did something stupid, and this person was Patrick. As you may remember from this post, Patrick, from the dragon fight on, became my sworn enemy. I'm just giving you some background to watch while I rant about the downfall of Owen's funky place in the end. And the dragon fight is near the end of episode 2. I think it might be the very end of episode 2. Yeah, it is, because after the dragon fight, I go to the end cities for a little bit, but episode 2 ends because one day I'm just like, I want to go eat some lunch. Bye, guys. And that's it. That is how episode 2 ends, me saying I want to go eat lunch. But anywho. And I wanted to end it there because I didn't want Owen seeing what happened next. I decided after this that I was going to steal the dragon egg. So what I did was I went to Owen's house when nobody was home and had figured that they would have built a shrine or a pedestal or something to put the dragon egg on, because his team got it after the fight. Now, by the point the server ends, I was the owner of the dragon egg, but that's a whole other story. We'll get there. So they had it. I figured they would put it somewhere, but they didn't. Owen kept it in his ender chest, and it would stay there for a long time until he didn't even mean it was genuinely an accident on his part that I ended up with it. But hey, by the point the server was done, I'm the one who had it. At least I had the real one. He had a fake one that I gave him to trick him. But other than that, oh well. Anywho, I went there to steal it. There was no dragon egg to be had. One thing they did have, and they've had for a while, was a full diamond beacon. So, you know, I was looking at it, I was thinking, wouldn't it be kind of funny if I just took the whole thing? It's like, nah, that'd be crazy. But there was no egg. I felt bad going home empty-handed, so I took the entire beacon. And then I wanted to make it kind of interesting. I wanted there to be a big conflict again, start up another war, make this server go crazy again. Because it was fun when there was all the conflicts. Plus, this beacon belonged to Patrick, and I had a grudge with him since the end, because he wrongfully murdered Nolan a few times after we agreed conflict was ending, and he killed Toby the one time completely unprovoked too. Like, this guy was on my nerves. Because I definitely was more sympathetic to Nolan's team. I didn't care as much about Owen's team. They definitely had the technological and advantages in numbers, but I was not as emotionally connected to any of them by this point. So I was like, yeah, you know what? This Patrick guy, I don't like him. So, took his whole beacon, went off on an adventure, buried it under somebody else's house, pinned it on Nolan. Now, by this point, Nolan had a whole other thing going on. God knows what nightmarish monstrosities were occurring in his end of the field, but boy oh boy, he's a whole other story on what was actually happening. Well, we don't have enough time to even get into that. By the way, blamed it on him. However, Owen didn't necessarily believe it was him, and Nolan had some good plausible deniability that he literally hadn't left the end since the Ender Dragon fight, so how would that have happened? And I didn't think that one through, nor did I actually know that information. So, you know, eventually I was thinking, oh hey, I don't think he thinks it's me. So I remember this happening. Like, literally I went to the spot where I buried it. Because I buried it, I didn't just put it in an ender chest, because I didn't know if he was going to be like, everybody show me your ender chest now, or just searching the house. I got scared, I buried it under somebody else's house. Which in retrospect probably wasn't a great idea either, because if anybody went there and started messing around, although to be fair, I'm the one that mostly went around there to destroy stuff, so if anything, I would accidentally dig it up. But yeah, I went there. I was literally uncovering it because suspicions seemed to be entirely off me. And then Owen joined the call as I took it out of the chest and was about to go home, and was like, did you take the dragon egg? And I just put it back in the chest and recovered it with dirt. I was like, no. He never directly figured out it was me until he saw it in the video. Which, by the point I released it, the server was entirely dead, and nobody was really on it anymore anyway. Like, when I released episode 3, also, we weren't allies anymore by the end of episode 3. Like, I had no direct allies. I was essentially the Nolan of the first episode, but no one was actually fighting me. Because either A, they didn't think they would win, or B, they knew that I could... Like, I was the only one who had the mace. And also by this point, Mary had joined the server. And when Mary joined the server, a few big things happened. Number 1. He somehow got into the actual Realms files and deleted 95% of the end. Number 2. He installed Meteor Client. Now, Mary himself didn't do too much in the grand scheme of things in the game. But what he did do was introduce me to a hack client. which I got. Now, did I use it in any PvP situations or actually to benefit myself? No, not really. I just instead used it to travel. That was pretty much the extent of what I used it for, and to mess around with Nolan one time. Not to fight him or anything. We were fighting wardens one day for fun. Because there was this one wacky situation where me and Nolan were in creative mode to get stuff back because we died to wardens. And Owen was like, may as well not have you quit the server. Which realistically I wouldn't have, even if I had to re-get my stuff. There was a point that I was like maxed out netherite and I had to start from scratch. I did it. I didn't... Like, that's just part of the game. But he let us get into creative, and his internet went out when Nolan was still in creative, so we had a bunch of stuff. We had warden and spawn eggs. One day, me and him were just having a blast afterwards, doing a bunch of stuff. That's when I showed Nolan the hack line. But yeah, that's Mary's big things to the world. Now, the hack line is where the important detail, because that is where the true end of the server comes in. That's in a bit, though. Meanwhile, I decide that I want to... I don't even know. I don't think I had a definitive idea in mind. Oh, no. I did. I wanted to get into creative mode. Sorry, I just didn't remember. It's been a little bit. I wanted to get back into creative mode, right? So I decided to take a risk. I hadn't seen Owen in the game for a while. He still, by this point, didn't know it was me that took the beacon. I didn't upload episode 3 by now. He didn't know it was me. So... by this point, Mary had joined the server, and he had been going around going like, oh, I'm going to kill everybody, I'm going to kill you especially, to me. So, I made a bit of a risk. I was like, Owen, can you teleport me to you? Mary killed me, I lost everything. I threw, like, all my main stuff into Ender Chest, like other things. I let Owen warp me to his base of operations in, like, gold pants with a stone pickaxe in my hand and no food. By this point, I hadn't been with him for a while. He had moved far away. He was like an isolationist by this point. He could have taken me down if he so deemed it necessary, but instead, he made the biggest mistake that he had ever made in the entirety of this server. Owen McOwen. What he did, he decided to gloat about his loot and how much he had to share. This was a terrible idea for him. The reason being, his form of gloating for loot was that he would do this. He would take out how many shulker boxes he had in his ender chest and start throwing them all around. His only warning on it, just don't grab them. You must be insane if you think, I didn't just run over, pick up a few, and you know, I threw them all back down. All of them except for one. One shulker box that he threw down held an item. The dragon egg. I did not put that shulker box back in the pile. He did not notice that he lost it. He didn't notice until eventually I told him that I had it. I had the dragon egg, and until the end of the server, I would keep it. Now, my plan also worked. Owen agreed to put me into creative mode to get a bunch of stuff back. In this time, I used this to my advantage to get as many items as I could. I already had all my main stuff, so I didn't need to actually get it back and do all the re-enchantments. Instead, I got stacks and stacks, full double chests of items. Now, you might be wondering, why were me and Nolan doing all this cheat stuff? The reason being, by this point in the server, most of the people stopped playing. There were a few of us left. And also by this point in the server, I had already established that to some extent I had supernatural powers, might we say. Because the first time we got put into creative mode, Bedrock is one of the things that we ended up getting, me and Nolan. And Patrick, for being as ridiculous as he was, Nolan wanted revenge on him. I wanted him dead. So essentially, I tricked him into getting me to where he was in the end, and me and Nolan jumped him and went for the kill. he combat logged. So what we did is we used our bedrock to fully box him in. Now we needed some form of excuse for this, because how in the vanilla Minecraft do you completely box somebody in bedrock? I made up a whole bunch of stuff about like chunk overloading and how that worked to trick Owen. And you know what? My explanation was good enough for him. I could show you the full like 2,000 word paragraph I sent him, but like, yeah. I convinced him. We were able to get away with bedrock trapping somebody. But by this point, Owen was more hostile towards me. That was before the second creative thing. But by this point, it was evident that Patrick was cheating. Owen had been cheating the whole time. Like, there had been evidence from it since the start of the server. He was somewhat a tyrant. That's why many people were against him at first and on Nolan's side of things during the initial war. Given all that, by this point, me and Nolan, being some of the very few members left in the server, and only ones that, because most of the other people left for a few reasons. Either A, Owen's strict rules and like, oh, you can do this, 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 I'm allowed to do this, blah, blah, blah. Basically putting himself and his team in full power, allowing combat logging in the PvP server, not allowing certain things under certain conditions, but still doing them to benefit his team. There was a bunch of situations. I'm not going over all of them. I don't necessarily remember all of them. You can watch Owen's Funky Place if you want to see many of them many, many, many times. Owen was basically behaving as a tyrant. Nolan and I didn't care that by this point. We felt it was unfair in many of the rules that he was making, and it drove pretty much everybody in the server except for us three out by the end of it. So, what I had devised is this. I had all the stuff I could ever dream of now. I helped Mary. We were building the Kingdom of Heaven over in his area. We were having an overall fun time. We were just going around, getting all the stuff we could ever dream of, doing anything we wanted, fighting big hordes of mobs, whatever, literally whatever we wanted. But the server was undoubtedly dying. There were 3 main players left. Mary wasn't even getting on much anymore. It was just basically me, Nolan, and Owen. So we held the Emergency Council of Owenopolis, where we met at Nolan's old destroyed base, and I revealed to him, I have the Dragon Egg, and I will give it back to you under the conditions that you repeal and change some of these tyrannical rules that you have set up on the server and refuse to change. This, however, demolished whatever relationship was left between Owen and I in the server, which is unfortunate. And pretty much any friendship that him and I would have had. Like, I think he hates me genuinely for a different reason, because of the hack client. Now, up to this point, I had only been using the hack client for, like, transport. That was it. I had not used it for anything else. To be fair, I never do. I prime it with insta-kill. I put that on at one point. I don't end up using it because Owen doesn't attack me. I eventually gave him a fake Dragon Egg because he didn't know. So what happened is I upload episode 3. In episode 3, I do all the crazy creative stuff. I have the hacked client. I do all that crazy shenanigans. Now, Owen goes into episode 3. Sees I have the hack client. He didn't necessarily see all the creative stuff. But before I did that, at the end of episode 3, Owen, that he kind of agreed to my demands and rule changes. I say I'm using kind of loosely because it's, I don't know. By this point, the server's pretty much doomed either way. It doesn't matter. The 2-week Minecraft phase, as you may call it, despite the fact this one was longer than 2 weeks, it was over. The server had collapsed. Not even Nolan was on the server much anymore. Not even Owen either. It was pretty much me by this point. And even I was diminishing in my time because I knew why waste more time in this if it's just going to collapse anyway. So yeah, the server was pretty much dead. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to give you the egg back. So I gave it back to him. That's when I prime insta-kill. Like, I'm like, okay, if he tries to hit me at all, I'm just one-tapping him. But yeah. there was that. Then I upload episode 3 with all this stuff in it. He doesn't necessarily see the creative stuff. He doesn't necessarily... I don't know if he knows that I gave him a fake egg, because I got a bunch of eggs in creative mode. I gave him a fake dragon egg. The real dragon egg was in my inventory, in my ender chest, and remained there until after the server ended and I was banned. Yes, I do get banned from the server, by the way. Now, Owen watches episode 3, knows I have Meteor Client, said he's going to ban me. One night, just out of the blue, I'm talking to Nolan. And I'm like, you think he banned me yet? So we check. No, he didn't ban me. He didn't ban Nolan either. He said he was going to ban Nolan for being a co-conspirator or whatever, despite the fact Nolan didn't actually break any rules. I felt pretty bad about it, but Nolan said he didn't care. And that the server was dead by that point. Anyway. So I was like, you know what, Nolan? I got all these crazy items. I got a hack client. Wanna just hop on the server and cause some chaos? And yeah, that is what that last video was. It was the final night of Owen's Funky Place. Now, I don't think... I know the server technically existed still after that, but I don't think it was ever used again, to my knowledge. It could have been, but if it was, it wouldn't be to any extreme case. This was the last night. This is one play session right here. We played longer than 2 hours. It was still editing around and stuff. But this is the last play session ever, to my knowledge, on Owen's Funky Place. And it is me and Nolan just rampaging through the world. We don't necessarily destroy things. We don't. I'm not going to say we don't cause a little bit of chaos. We literally go to Owen's house, spawn a billion things all around it. Like, I put like over 100 creakings in his house. We go around, we fight wardens. We spend most of this video in ancient cities. We do that, we fight a bunch of withers in the ancient city still. We go to the end, rebirth the dragon, spawn in a bunch of stuff. We just literally have a fun time. That's all we do, for the most part. We're not trying to break anything. I get a tour of Nolan's house and stuff. I take a last look at everything, because I know, after uploading this video, because it's not like I'm going to hide the fact I did this. I'm uploading it the day after. I record this video, it's uploading overnight. The next day, I want Owen to get a notification from my channel saying, I'm banned today, Owen's Funky Place, and seeing a picture of just a billion gas in the end. I want him to see that. I want him to see a 2-hour video knowing that I was back in that world and I was wreaking havoc. And you know what? It did just that. I got banned the next day. Before I was even awake, I was banned. Nolan left, still in the end, standing on one of the end pillars. After he was gone, I went home. Just looked over the world. You know what? Just ended off. It was a fun world. It was an awesome experience. One of my favorite experiences on the channel. I went way more into depth in this one than I did with any other series, but this one was just something special. All of them were. Like, overall, my general point of this is that I am so happy and I am so grateful that I have this opportunity to do this YouTube stuff. That I have an opportunity to do these games with my friends. Like, these past 4 years, these experiences that I'm getting to have, that I'm getting to share with all of you, they've literally changed my life. Like, I don't even necessarily care about it in the YouTube and the monetization sort of way. Just, my main goal of YouTube was never that. Never to get famous. It was literally just, I want to share what I can do, what I've done, what my friends are up to, what we're playing. And I am so happy I made that decision 4 days ago to get back on YouTube and start it all again. And you know what? We've had a lot of awesome experiences with it, and I'm hoping we have a hell of a lot more. So thank you if you've watched this, if you've been with me for a day, a week, just now popping in the last minute of this stream, been here a month, a year, been here since that first god-awful Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted video, or even before that with the old Baldi's Basics marathon that you got from my phone recording back in the start of time itself. But thank you for being here. I'm hoping for many more years to come with this. Is it all going to be as intense? I'm going to be doing as much stuff in the coming time? No. Probably not. But like I said, all things have got to come to an end. But you know what? We'll appreciate them more and more as they go. And when this channel does go, and I'm going to inevitably upload my last video, and odds are, sometime soon, within the next few years, hopefully, I'll still be able to appreciate everything I've done here even then. Not to get too philosophical on y'all, but still. I'm really happy with everything I've done here on this community, on this channel. And you know what? Still got at least a few years left in this, so let's make them good ones. You know what? Thank you everybody for watching. And thank you for spending 4 years